we've been eating the whole time.
Nope.
Yeah.
She said
That's all we've been doing.
It's Broadleaf Bullies talking shit. 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 It's Broadleaf Bullies.
Cigars and
Yeah.
scores.
Hey, we're
The
live.
bottom of
Recording.
it.
Yeah.
We're live. But always like scorch at the bottom, like what the like you're killing my freaking nice
Yeah.
extract.
Yeah.
So
God, damn cigarette smokers.
I know.
Yeah.
Gross.
we're live.
How did a fly
or
follow
We
you?
are.
Recording. We are outdoors.
We are.
It's sunny Greenville, South Carolina.
On the Gulf Coast of sunny South
I
Carolina.
wanted to say it.
Yeah.
How's that? How are we on the Gulf Coast?
I don't know.
Or not.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
a joke.
Yeah, it's a
I'm
joke.
sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're at the Stogie Road studio.
Yes.
Backyard.
Patio.
Porch door.
No,
Yeah.
that, you
Porch
cannot
door.
use porch door.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
use
can't.
that.
Yeah, that is trademarked
That's
and
Oh, is it really?
yeah.
Backyard
yeah, we
Stogie
don't.
Oh, is it?
Road.
Yeah, we don't steal
Door.
other people's sayings here.
Okay.
We
How
don't.
about-
We don't
Porch
do that.
How
I do like
about
the name porch
Yeah,
door, but
yeah.
I can't use
what
it.
about
Yeah.
Coopador? Since we have Cooper, the Stogie Road Retriever.
Yeah, but he's
Does
not
that
He's
here.
work?
not here.
He wants to be
Yeah.
here. He just would be in the way.
We
Yeah.
are on the
Inside.
cement slabador.
Yeah. Yeah.
Labrador.
Yeah.
Labrador.
Slabador retriever.
Oh my gosh.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, first of all, thanks for coming down and visiting.
You're welcome.
Yay,
Up and
guys.
visiting, rather. Huge surprise. It was a crazy moment or two
Yes.
during that time, but he really just completely blindsided by it. I didn't pick up on any of the accidental screw ups or anything along the way. Believe it or not, I guess I was just oblivious. I guess being busy that last week
Yeah.
didn't work. You all right?
Yeah, I was
Bugs getting
getting
you?
no, I
I'm
was
just
getting
saying.
some dog hair off me. It's
There's
okay.
there's less bugs out here. But it was really, you made my birthday fantastic. You really did. So thanks, guys. I do
Yes, thank you.
appreciate
You're
it.
Oh, you're
welcome.
very welcome.
Okay, you're gonna freak out though.
Oh no, I mean I was talking the same on the test, and it sounded just fine.
No, it didn't.
Did
You had to
okay?
speak up a little
I-
bit. When you got a little,
I'll get a little closer in. So,
Beard.
yeah,
I think that's when it popped in.
yeah. Watch my beard on the cigar.
Well, nice.
And,
It was nice walking around downtown.
So it was
Yeah.
Real nice.
yeah.
At
I can't
least
believe
the-
how busy it
yeah.
actually was though. But they
It
had
was
some
packed.
live music and stuff, so that might have been
And thankfully, the humidity wasn't that
Oh my god.
Yeah.
wasn't that bad.
Thank
no.
God.
For as
Yeah.
much walking we did, and I wasn't really sweaty.
No,
That
it
should
was
speak
just a
volumes.
nice evening.
How many
Yeah.
steps?
We did 6,700 steps
Yes.
last night.
I did an extra whatever. I had 7,300 on mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know
were
why.
You, were you like running in place at certain
I
times?
think so. I think so. I think I was
Just
taking pictures of
pacing back
Kevin. I
and
was
forth.
going,
Yeah. He tied his phone to Coop.
Yeah.
You know, and let Coop wander
well,
around.
as the Cooper, it takes less steps than me in a day.
Yeah.
I think
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah.
if I was alive.
Yeah.
I know.
Cooper.
Are you still breathing? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Do we need to call 911?
But no, it was, I mean, a huge surprise, and it's such an honor and to have you guys here, and so much fun. Last night was great. Today's been great with the fumble,
Sorry.
with the tray of meat and cheese
Tray-o
and all
The,
things
yep,
in
the
between.
Yes.
charcuterie
The-
from
yeah.
charcuterie in South Carolina.
Charcuterie.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was really, I mean, it was neat. And then just the tray itself is so cool with the wood bark
Yeah.
on the outside. It's beautiful.
You guys get to visit the ever so famous Bowling Springs cigars and
Yeah.
wine.
Yes,
Cardiff
Cardiff.
Shaw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meet
What-
Kardik.
Yeah. What a fantastic little shop. You
I know, I
Very,
love
very
it.
unassuming,
Yeah.
place.
Yeah. But I liked it because as soon as you come in, you actually just feel like as if you're kind of home a little bit. It's like very homey feel.
Yeah.
Because it's dirty. But no, it's
He's lying.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Cardick.
No,
Yeah,
it
no,
is
no, no,
not
no.
dirty.
It's
it is home. It's like there's stuff everywhere.
it's cluttered, like
but in a-
like our house, anyways. It's cluttered.
Like for like the cigar stuff, but it just he obviously knows where everything is. It's an organized clutter.
Yeah, it is kind of like our house because it's like
it's like, I didn't say it. Kevin said all
like
that.
Where do I want to?
He tried to piggy up back off of what I was saying.
And they're not talking about the humidor. The humidor is pristine.
Oh,
no, it's cluttered. Yeah. It's like it's like, hey, where do I want to put my keys today? Right here. Where do I want to put them tomorrow? Right there. You definitely got. But I like those because you got to hunt. Shabazz, Northport Cigars.
I felt like it was easy to go through the humidor.
Yeah, I thought it was.
So you didn't notice the Dunbartons in 3 different places?
I did.
No.
Okay.
That's not cluttered.
That's not cluttered.
No. I said that I like hunting. Well, it is cluttered.
That's not cluttered. That's
cluttered is like
things on top of things
and together.
Disorganized.
Okay. So maybe. Well, I mean, not it's semi disorganized.
It's organized. It may just not be.
Yeah.
You're really drilling down. Just saying that maybe they're not all within the same area.
Yeah,
the cigar maker is not together.
But I do like that because it's like Shabazz's place. It's the hunt. It's like what is trapped behind. Because every now and then, a couple of boxes, it's like, what is that little box behind there?
I think he's hanging his Bullies hat on that.
He's
Lancero find.
Out
of place.
Out of place.
This whole place is disorganized.
I know.
Why? Did you see those?
Well, I found everything
the crown head
fine.
hats weren't with the crown head cigars.
I know that I left there with
they were
like
in the back.
12.
They were in the back.
Yeah, I know.
I bought like 12 different cigars. So Kevin, I'm sorry.
I like the cases of Cuervo in the bathroom. That was a nice touch. Yeah. I mean, just sitting. If you want to sit down, grab the.
In the storage area, it is like I wonder what the hell's back here. There's some cool stuff back here, but in the humidor area.
No, I felt like the humidor was.
Yeah, I love the humidor, and I know hardly anything about cigars like you would do. But I think that it was.
It wasn't categorized appropriately for Kevin.
Just move those Lanceros for the love of God. Yeah.
Cardick.
Yeah.
Kevin needs you to move the Lanceros.
3,000 facings, and Kevin's just like, these Lanceros were not with the other Dunbarton Tobacco Trust, and that makes the whole thing.
Yeah.
I did notice that, but it didn't really bother me because I didn't focus on it because I wasn't going to buy any Dunbarton because we have some, and I was trying to look for stuff that we don't really have or I can't really get. So sorry that you're a snob, Kevin.
Yeah.
His seating area, his lounge area.
I love it.
I think the reason why I say it feels like home is because it's not like a lounge where it's like every 3 feet.
Yeah.
There's this structure. It's just like, hey, I got a new thing from Drew Estate. I'm going to clear a spot
right there.
Put it right on top of that humidor.
And that's what I
said. Reminds me of like a bedroom.
Yeah, and that's what I said to Jen. I was like, it's like he got something and he was like, oh, here's the sticker they sent with the stuff. Boom, here's where that sticker goes.
You know what?
I love it.
The lounge reminds me of, and I know you've been there, Chrissy and Curtis, that executive.
Yeah.
So you walk in, like all the furniture is not the same. Like every end table isn't the same. It's got a nice homey feel.
Yeah.
It's not like these pristine lounges where $1,000 chairs and every single Davidoff crystal ashtray. It's just like all the ashtrays were different, chairs were different. And it just makes you feel at home. It just because there's some lounges you've been in, like you don't, you just feel like if I move, I'm going to dirty or mess something up. It just feels like you can go in there, slide down in the chair.
Even as a non-cigar smoker, I was comfortable going into the humidor, looking around, asking questions. Very inviting.
Well, Cardick is like that. He's a very personable guy. He's approachable. If you know nothing about cigars and you go in and start talking to him, he will. He's a fountain of information, and he's just such a friendly, good guy.
Yeah,
he's knowledgeable,
definitely.
And he's always going to look to give you a good deal.
Yeah. Now, Jen may not be a cigar smoker, but she was his best sale of the day.
She's a cigar buyer.
Yeah.
He's like, you must bring her along every time.
Oh, you need some Stogie Road cigars, Cardick? I'm there for you.
Yeah.
We just do a
the
little
worst
shopping.
salesperson in history.
Yeah.
Like that show on Peg Bundy. Remember Married with Children?
Yeah.
When she was selling the hair products.
Yeah.
and she got like the $12,000 check, but then she bought $14,000 of supplies herself in order to get that $12,000 check.
I know.
Like, Jen, what are you doing?
It was your birthday.
Yeah.
I bought you some cigars.
All
It all works out.
Traded some cigars and paid for the rest of the difference.
Next time, just take a bunch of T-shirts or
tobacco
something.
right there.
Well,
It's
and
all
speaking of
stuck in your
cigars, what's
beard
everybody
and
smoking?
stuff.
Jessica, what are you smoking tonight?
I'm smoking the Adventera Conqueror.
What are you smoking? Go.
I'm smoking the Florida Sun Grown by Drew Estate.
And I'm actually smoking a gift that you gave me. I'm smoking the Padron 1926 series.
How do you like that cigar?
It's nice.
I
smoked when you gave me the Padrones, I smoked 3 already.
Oh, really?
And they just make a great cigar.
It's flawless. Construction is flawless. Like I said, just the nicotine, especially on that one. Ooh, that's got some nicotine, and I've only smoked one.
Worse than my hand roll I made you.
Yes. That hand roll you made me earlier had some nicotine in it.
Hey, listen, if you didn't like it, that's fine. I'm not a blender. You're not going to be like insulting Jose Blanco over
It
there.
sat you down.
I had to go get a chocolate donut. You know, that was
he ate Joe's chocolate donut.
Yeah.
Sorry, Joe.
I know.
Sorry for him.
Strong tobacco on top of strong tobacco with a little bit of fire cured in the middle.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
knew he wasn't feeling it because he normally would engage in the conversation we were having, and you were having no part of it.
Yeah,
you were just trying not to throw up.
Yeah. No, I know.
You were sitting there
wow.
I just stay quiet.
Yeah, no, I never.
Don't move.
I never got the queasy feeling. You just get the nicotine buzz, and it's just like, man,
the room starts.
It's just like wah, in your head.
I did that to myself the first time. I told you the first time I rolled one. I was like, yes, I got all this tobacco and hero and cigarette.
Yeah,
and then I'm like,
I'm gonna make a 37 tobacco blend.
I'm the master of all I survey.
Yeah.
Can you do me a favor? Bring me a Hershey bar quick.
Yeah.
Fucking die.
Something. Yeah. Jen and I both knew once you were sitting there. We were
sitting
like
there oddly quiet.
Yeah. And just your body language said you were struggling.
It was a strong cigar.
Hey man. Gotta let it age a little bit. You gotta roll it. Gotta put it in the aging room.
Yeah. You let it age for that full 5 minutes before you gave it to me.
I think it was still very
damp. I know. I was like, it was very damp.
I had my my special the 30-pound weight copy paper mold.
Yeah,
it's perfect.
Yeah.
That with the phone on top.
Press. Yeah.
The iPhone 6 press. It was a perfect roll.
We should next time we'll have to record that so people could see.
I don't think Kevin will smoke another one.
No, I don't think so.
It's I'm working on it. I'm no master.
If someone wants to be a bully and join us, they have to have one of your cigars. They got to be like the initiation.
No,
it's like the test. It's like the hazing of becoming a Broadleaf
you're
Bullies.
next. I'm rolling one for you next, Jen.
Yeah,
that's fine with me. I use some
the dinner for 3. Jen's still upstairs in the bathroom.
Oh God, that should never be your first cigar.
Or third.
I don't know. I used to smoke cigarettes for eons. I would think the nicotine wouldn't.
Well, nicotine
because I still crave it. So I wonder
if you're craving and what is given. It's like, hey, listen.
Have you ever craved 7 cigarettes at once?
Sometimes, yeah.
7 cigarettes at once. Yeah, it's like all of a sudden now you're just entering the world of nicotine again, like that.
We have sis smoke it.
So
see how she does it.
I too. I feel like I'm just jammed.
Well, no,
I feel like you're on my freaking.
I need you to stay there because I'm getting just enough sun on my right arm, and yesterday my left arm got red from sitting where Kevin is. So now I'm evening out the sun on my arm.
I'm glad I could be your sunblock. Is the reason why I'm sweating bullets. Everybody else looks nice and cool.
Jess is like in the prime position.
I know, that's why I wanted to switch with Kevin. I was like, I'll move here.
And, luckily, the sun's going right down one of them braces.
But, yeah.
But yeah.
Just sitting there going, I'm not moving. I'm not moving. This is a perfect spot.
It is a nice day, though.
It is.
It is a beautiful day.
So what show is this? Or 11th or 12th? Or
I don't know. We're coming towards the end of season 2.
Yeah, we're coming. Yeah, this might be number 11. Might be number 12.
I lost count.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, I hope that breeze keeps going. That's nice.
Yeah, it is a nice breeze.
It's really nice breeze.
Kerr, what are you drinking there? Is that something new? I haven't
It
seen.
is.
Yeah.
It is. And you know what? I will tell you as soon as we come back.
Oh, well. On that note,
Was that subtle enough?
are you
You
ready?
got to follow Kevin's lead on
Yeah,
that.
that's it.
He's always going to mix it up.
I'm Bully Kevin.
I'm Bully Jess.
I'm Bully Jen.
I'm Bully Kerr, and we are
The Broadleaf Bullies.
We talk. You listen. We are the Broadleaf Bullies. And here's your hosts, Kev, Kerr, Jessie, and Jen.
It took me
pointing.
it took me so
pointing.
long to get him to stop
do that.
pointing.
Yeah.
God, he used to
How
be
is
like
that beer?
always constantly
It's good.
Is
pointing
it
when we
hoppy?
were trying to do
No.
reviews.
Was
Oh,
it
that
hoppy?
shit drove me
Well,
Well,
crazy.
it's because like I said,
What's-
some
what is it, Kevin?
Some
What
of the
is
some of
it?
the bigger channels. That's how you get your point across. Is you.
Oh my god! Yes,
that's how
it
you
is.
get your
Wow.
point across.
And
That
if
is
you're a politician,
hoppy and
Yeah.
fruity.
you're a
Oh,
politician, you
that
get rid of
is
the finger because they don't want you
Birds
pointing.
fly
They want you
south.
doing that.
Yeah,
I got
that's it.
two,
Or it's your
Yeah.
thumb.
Or your
4
thumb is up.
packs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who
But they're
used
bruised
to
because they
do
change
that?
them
You
up
know,
all
with
the
the
time.
Pretty sure
there.
Bill Clinton was the
And I
one.
like the
who
bottom.
did
was
that.
it? Was it?
Like
Oh, that's right. Bill
Yeah.
Clinton. Yeah.
Bill Clinton used to
Yeah.
go, I
Wow.
feel your pain.
Yeah.
I know
That's
you've
it.
been struggling.
No
I get
new
it."
tax. No, it was George Bush.
That was George Bush.
Yeah.
George
and, then,
Bush
and then he
was-
raised the taxes.
And then Bob, that's because of Congress. But-
Yeah.
And then Bob Dole had the pen in his hand because his hand was messed up from the war.
Oh, was
I think
it?
I thought he had a
stroke.
stroke.
But yeah,
I think that was afterwards.
he had a pen in his hand, and that's what he used to.
Yeah, he
Oh, I
had a
didn't-
stroke, and that's
Yeah.
why the pen was there.
Oh, okay.
I still don't think you guys have a good argument for pointing.
I don't mind it. I'll follow the lead on whatever.
Kevin said to make a point. I'm Broadleaf Kerr.
Yeah.
You're the South.
Can
gotta
you
be
do
a
it as
little bit-
Morgan?
Yeah.
No, I'm not allowed to do that. I'm
Yeah.
Broadleaf Morgan,
Yeah.
and we
Oh,
are the Broadleaf Bullies.
So the beers from Birds Fly South, where I had to pick up the charcuterie board
Okay.
earlier today, I was really impressed. I've been to that area because
Charcuterie.
Joe has run some cross country and volunteered cross country races in that area, but I'd never been in the building. And what an amazing brewery it is! Local in Greenville, right downtown in the Mills area, and
Oh, just you let us right there.
huge. No, Jessica stayed behind, which is
That's
fine.
great. I'm sorry.
Me and Joe went, which I'm sure he loved. But I picked up this one as well as another 4-pack, and I love the design of the cans. I think
It
that
is
tastes
cool.
absolutely horrible, though.
Yeah,
I'm
it is
sorry.
really
It
neat.
is a little.
It's good.
It's strong.
I like it. It's
Like
not
it's
too hoppy.
very. I thought it was very hoppy and has a little bit of
Saison
a,
is dead.
has a little bit of a sour taste to it. And I
Nah,
wasn't a
it's good.
fan of the sour beer that
I
we
do. I
had
like
at
it. I like the
Habitat.
picture and everything.
Yeah, but I got a couple other
It's
ones because I like to try their different local beers.
It's yummy.
Well, I'm glad you like it.
What are
I
you
really like
drinking?
the artwork. Sweet tea. Nothing
What are you
exciting.
drinking?
Rum and Coke. Diet and Coke.
Rum and-
Bacardi and diet.
Bacardi and diet, I guess is how I should
Yeah.
You
say
gotta
it.
say, you gotta be
Yeah.
specific.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. We're looking for sponsors here
No.
eventually.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
From Bacardi
Yeah,
Okay.
Anybody.
or Diet
Yeah.
Coke?
sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Like Coca-Cola needs us. Yeah. Yeah. The number
All right,
one.
so I take it back. Birds Fly South. It was very tasty, and we love everything about it.
Yeah.
The fact that I didn't care
Just
for
just
that.
send us money and no beer. Yeah.
You're not a beer drinker, so I wouldn't expect you to like it. I am a beer drinker, and I like hoppy beer, and this is a very good, smooth beer with just enough hop, and it's not too overbearing. Because sometimes you get hoppy beer that's just like freaking wow. Just
Yeah.
knocks your freaking
Yeah.
palate out. This is good. I brought the other one too.
Oh, let's see the artwork on that one. What
Nope,
was that
not
one
done with
called?
This one.
Oh, well, that one's almost done. It'll be like a minute.
When I used to work with some clients, they used to do some alternative like medicine type stuff, and one of the acupuncturists that I used to have to take a client to told us to get a bag of hops and you put it under the pillow and it helps you sleep. It's like a natural aid to help you sleep.
How? The smell?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
I'm not making it up.
Yeah.
Look it up. They
Um,
say like hops and stuff, so it would come in. You put it in like a little bag and you
So
put
you
it
just
under.
like buy it
Yeah.
online?
Oh yeah, you could buy it. You can buy it. Well, there in North Carolina, I mean, you can go to a little farmer's market and they sell it and stuff.
If you drink enough hops, you'll sleep fine.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
how much do you need to put underneath your pillow?
It was like a small sandwich Ziploc bag size worth of hops.
But you probably have to put it like in some
Be
kind
How
of
do you
crunchy.
smell it?
like a bag, like
I don't
potpourri
know.
bag.
It's
Like
pretty potent. Have you ever smelled hops?
Not through a bag. If it's in a bag, I won't be able to smell it.
No, it
But I'm
And
thinking
your,
if you
then
put
your
it in like,
pillow's on top of it too. Like, can it just sit next to you?
I
So then
guess
it's
it
not
could. I
underneath
don't
your
know. They just
head?
said to put it underneath the pillow.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know
you'd
about
have to
that.
be pretty hoppy
Yeah.
to smell it through a bag.
It's pretty potent.
If it's like if it's through a netting,
I never did it.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
So,
I'm just,
but they told us
you're gonna
that's
bring
what
up
you
the point.
could
I
do.
got questions.
No, I know, but I'm saying that's what they said that you could do, and it's actually pretty potent though. You can smell it through a bag. So
I never smelled hops.
I've never
Yeah.
seen it.
I have.
you
My buddy
know.
used to grow them.
yeah, it's pretty
yeah.
potent.
Yeah, I don't remember it though.
I mean, it's pretty strong.
It helps you sleep.
Yeah, they say the smell.
I mean, lavender helps you sleep too.
Yeah, lavender does.
Yeah.
They use that. They said to use it on infants and
Yeah, they say
different
that.
lotions.
I make a good lavender beard balm. That's actually my favorite smell is the lavender.
Yeah.
Are we looking
Yeah.
this up? Is this what we're doing?
I haven't found it yet. It's giving me like all other things.
So while they look up
Oh
the
yeah,
hops,
there's a satchel that you can get.
Oh,
Hops
okay.
pillow is a small cloth bag filled with herbs intended
cloth
to place
bag.
Okay,
under
well, they-
or near your
Well,
pillow.
they didn't
releases
tell me, so I don't know.
Natural, pleasing herbal fragrance as you sleep.
Yeah, so it helps
So
sleep.
it's
It's
a
a
little
sleep.
satchel.
It's a sleep aid.
Sack. It's a sack.
So
of
anyway,
hops.
hops
Yeah.
helps in a sleep aid. There you go. Fun fact that I didn't know much about, but I
Fun
said it
fact.
out loud.
Interesting. I would have never guessed that
Yeah.
at all.
So, yeah, holistic stuff is interesting. There's a lot of things you wouldn't think. Like when you have a sore throat, you eat marshmallows. Kevin thinks I'm crazy.
That's
Amber, who's a nurse, your daughter, actually tried it when she had a sore throat, and she said it works.
that I don't understand at all.
Toast.
But I'm not a
No,
marshmallow fan.
You just
like,
chew the
no.
we
marshmallow,
have
and
little mini
swallow it,
ones
and it
here for
coats.
hot chocolate.
Yeah.
So I feel like you'd have to eat like the jumbo marshmallow.
It's not gonna like take it away for a long time.
Like, freeze dry.
It just
Then they might as well just have a cough
It
drop.
just-
or a
well,
throat
it's when you wanna-
lozenges.
well, because that has other stuff in it that people might.
So
know.
that's better
holistic-
than
We're talking
a
about
whole
peop-
shitload of sugar that
I
you're
don't know,
ingesting
Jen.
in a marshmallow.
Yeah, I just take
I
a
don't know.
cough drop. Except
Whatever.
Jessica hates it when I take them.
Well, because he goes
at
to
bed.
sleep
Yeah,
with it
I
in his mouth.
That's Kerr.
I jam one like at the back of
Yeah.
my
He chews
tooth,
gum
and I
while- and
try
it's in
and
his mouth while
bite
he
down on it so it
sleeps.
sticks to my mouth, and then I
Yeah.
just go to sleep. And
Yeah.
a couple times you wake up like,
Yeah.
okay,
So
I'm all better now.
chewing gum while he sleeps.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It just like
because it's mint gum,
I understand for your
'Cause it's-
reflux.
and it's
Mint.
well, no, because it's mint gum. You never know when you wake up in the middle of the night.
Or
I
your
want my
reflux.
breath minty fresh, but it's the mint is good for your stomach to settle it, and also chewing. When you chew, it's the part of the digestive
Yeah.
system. It's good for
I'd
you
be
as
afraid
well.
I'd freaking choke.
So
Me
I chew gum,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
you do. We always have to.
and it's
attack
really I really have reduced my use of Tums huge since I started doing that.
that. You
Yeah.
have.
I just think
Huge, like you don't understand. I would have to eat like a couple before I went to bed. I'd wake up middle of the night, eat a couple. Depends what's going now. If I have one before I go to bed, I'm lucky.
yeah. I just think like the whole point is to not do anything that's like it's all nature, natural, any kind of remedy you could possibly think of that's not chemical based or pharmaceutical or anything like that. It's like the idea of holistic.
Yeah.
Teas and flowers and all that, so,
Well, it's
anything
more
that you can do.
beneficial to you, but
There's
It's all
you have
helpful,
to know
I'm
your
sure.
herbs and all that stuff. I mean, you have to know what you're doing.
yeah. That's why I just trust my doctor to give me
Pharmaceutical.
science.
Yeah,
He
which is
gives me
fine.
Well,
science is what
give
he
me a
Which
gives
is
me.
script,
fine.
I will
Which is
fill it.
fine, but I
It
don't
is
knock it.
regulated.
I
We
don't
know
knock
exactly what's
anybody
in
who
Yeah,
it,
does
and I will
holistic.
take it.
But I
Yeah.
don't knock
Absolutely.
anyone who does holistic. I mean, my
Yeah.
grandmother was a nurse and she obviously understood the benefits of Western medicine, but she also did do a lot of holistic stuff, and I respect that, you know? So
it's a good balance.
Yeah.
I've known some folks that will take it to the next level. And,
Yeah.
I told you I had a guy who worked for me who they believed that the chiropractor cured everything, and their son had a ear infection and was taking their kid to the
yeah, it's the
chiropractor for an ear
chiropractor.
infection because they needed their
Yes.
they're back adjusted.
Yeah, I was
no,
told,
they need an antibiotic because there's overgrowth in their ear.
Yeah, I was told that
In their ear.
doing that for kids with autism is something like a thing, like going to the chiropractor. And I'm like, no. How does that help somebody with autism? What does that have to do with autism?
Your body's not aligned. Your body's not this holistic.
Yeah, your chakras are misaligned.
Yeah. So there's just some crazy stuff out there.
Yeah, the freaking kid was sick as shit. And they're like, yeah, we got to take him to, we got a third time to get his back adjusted. I'm like, hey, how about a little Zithromax?
Yeah. I was a chiropractic assistant in high school, and the chiropractor I worked for was anti-medicine. It was, you're having period cramps. Hey, I'll align your back. You don't need to take Tylenol. Nope, Tylenol's just fine with me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But like anti-medicine, if you're aligned from birth, it will help keep your health in line too.
Well, I will say, like when Wyatt was born, the therapy they did like massaging and like joint compressions and stuff when he was small, because he was born with low muscle tone. But I mean, it was to help, I think, align him too and stuff. And they did all this stuff. It was kind of interesting to watch, but.
Now, my chiropractor believes in medicine. He does sell herbal supplements, vitamins. He does sell CBD, but
does he do acupuncture there?
Yeah, he does acupuncture, and then he does. I think he's 4 different types of. They have different like some chiropractors will specialize in one technique, and then he specializes in 4 different
ones.
Yeah, no, he's not anti.
I like that he does the acupuncture too, because there's a lot of good.
But that's acupuncture. He has a bad back. And he said, I have a bad back. He's like, you got to go get acupuncture. He was on a cruise and woke up, just could not move. And he would hunch over like me. He went to 2 sessions, and he said, I walked up, but I was like,
yeah, it works. Yeah.
Never had a problem for years. And then it started him again. Went to another acupuncturist in Harrisburg, had a couple of sessions, been good ever since. He had back issues all the time.
Yeah, I've got lower back issues.
It has its place. Yeah. It's helpful.
Yeah. My chiropractor has taught me how to adjust like my own lower back with like some different stretching, and then I can stretch and hold it, and then if you probably put your hand on my back, you can hear it go pop, 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 and everything just realigns itself.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I will never go to a chiropractor. No, thank you.
I used to, and then I did when I was having really bad back issues, unknown that I had a very bad herniated disc, and unfortunately that made it worse. And it's been 5 years since my back surgery.
Well, when I had my back problems, I went to a chiropractor. I just told I had that girl, the woman, I was like, just anything below the neck, do not crack my neck. One too many issues I've read of people getting their neck broken by a chiropractor doing that. I just don't want that.
Oh, I go in once or twice a week to have, ever since my car accident, have my neck adjusted, and I missed like 3 weeks, and then I went in the day before I left, and man, I had never screamed that loud because I couldn't. I couldn't move my neck. I could barely move. Yeah. And he puts me on the traction device, and I got to look for one of those online. We were talking about that earlier. And then he adjusted it one way and it was fine. And I knew the other way was gonna he hit it. And then I came up off the table holding my neck, and he instantly like put pressure on my neck, like his thumbs. He's like, okay, put your head down. And like, it's like this one spot. It was.
How was it afterwards?
It was, what's that?
How was it afterwards?
It was fine. It's always like a couple hours to a day after any type of adjustment. Yeah. And then now, I mean, it's still stiff. I got an appointment Monday morning.
It's not painful.
No, it's not painful.
Yeah.
So
still, I wouldn't let anybody touch my neck either. There's no way.
I can't.
I don't even like when I kind of crack my own. It freaks me out, and it's not because it feels bad or good. It's just kind of like, ooh, it shouldn't. You shouldn't hear your bones cracking like that. Like, oh.
Crack every time I get up.
Yeah.
Well, I do too. Like on my knees. I'm saying my
neck,
but like my neck and stuff. Like no, like you do it sometimes. You'll just pop your.
No, I haven't been able
not your neck. I mean, like your bones and stuff.
Oh, I can. Yeah, I can crack my my wrist, my ankles. I can adjust my own back. So.
You used to be able to do it on a desk.
Yeah.
Like a desk. And lean back.
And on my lower, like the middle of my back, I can't do that. Yeah. So I got.
They say when you crack your own back and you don't know what you're doing, you're causing little splinters, like fractures in your, so you're doing it wrong, and that's what hurts your back even more. You shouldn't crack your own back.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Never heard that.
Yeah.
I've never heard that either.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, he, like I said, he taught me.
You
how to
do,
adjust
but I'm just
mine,
saying,
yeah.
like, if you're not doing it correctly,
Yeah.
that's why you shouldn't have people like,
Oh yeah.
like
Jump on your back.
jump on your back, or
Oh yeah,
pick
yeah.
you up and try
I
to.
had
Yeah.
Joe walk on my back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Joe
Yeah,
also
which
was
is
weighing
dangerous
like
too.
30
Though. Yeah,
pounds at
he's.
the time.
Yeah.
But they say it could be really dangerous.
I don't know. It felt good.
Yeah, I'm sure it
Freaking
did.
thing popped. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
thank God. It feels so good.
Yeah,
I love
but that's what they've always said. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't
No.
do it. Maybe that's because they want your money. So maybe
Yeah.
that's the ploy.
That's
Most
it.
definitely.
Don't let them do it.
But yeah, I
just
got
come to me.
I got two herniated discs as well, and I went to a back surgeon years ago, and he's like, just keep going to your chiropractor. And he goes, you're way too young. He goes, you know, 10 years from now, you're still having problems. Come back and see me.
Fortunately, it completely compressed the nerve, and I
Yours
had
are horrible,
numbness.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
mine.
X-ray, Jesus.
I'll show you pictures of it later. I still have it, but it. I had numbness all the way down to my foot and
Oh,
most
okay.
of my foot. So gait was off. Everything it was as if someone took a cattle prod, hit my back, and never took it off.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And when I finally had surgery to take that first step in post-op to get up, and I'm like, oh, you know, I want to try to use the bathroom, to take that first step, and you're like, wow, granted you have a nerve block, but you still,
Even when you came home, though,
Yeah.
like I was amazed because leading up to it,
but I still have numbness.
She
It
couldn't
never
move.
it's about 80%, and
Like,
it's going to be permanent now.
slowly walking, hunching. I mean, you were in really bad shape, and you showed me the picture. It's like, you know, all the
Here's the
different. It's like
distance.
this,
Just
this,
down
Yeah.
and push
Her
it
disc
down,
was like vroom,
right
and
on top of the nerve.
She
Mm.
came
Oh,
home,
okay.
and it was like first time you got out of bed, you're like, no, not too bad.
Sure, Oxy helped too the first
Oh.
3 days, but yeah, it took 8 weeks to heal. Went back to work, and I still have numbness in my calf and from the lateral or outside aspect of my
toes,
left
too, right?
foot to my midfoot. It always feels like my sock is bunched because I can't feel anything.
Oh wow.
It's better than
The
what I was
pain,
dealing
yeah.
with, so I'll deal with
Yeah,
Some
that.
numbness. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that makes holy shit.
I was
So-
very shape.
because once the nerve dies, it doesn't come back.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of what will kind of regain and what wasn't completely killed,
Wow.
which was about 80% came back. So
Mm.
Dr. Lucas did do a great job.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad I didn't.
You're not
And
there
then
yet.
not there yet. And then the next thing will be, they say eventually I'll have to have shoulder surgery. You know,
I'm
since
sure
the
with your
yeah,
job,
since
too.
yeah, with
Oh,
the
I
act.
thought they ruled that out. That you
Yeah.
weren't gonna
No,
have
no,
to
because
have
there's a
that.
little bit there's arthritis in there now,
Oh,
and
that's
which
right.
which got worse because of the accident, just
Yeah.
because of my job.
Mhm.
But it exacerbated the issue that
Yeah.
I
like
have.
a replacement.
You
or
know,
shoulder
they don't know
replacement.
because it's not really bad. It's just there. So,
Mhm.
as long as they take it easy, but they're looking at it, goes, your line of work. It goes, yeah, you're probably going to have shoulder surgery someday. So
No, I doubt it.
Okay,
yeah.
the wear and tear on it,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
completely
Absolutely.
burning out the cartilage and
Oh yeah,
any
and then
space, anything
yeah.
between the bone.
oh yeah, and then now, like I said, like I said, ever since the accident, like I said, it's just working. Like I can't work above my head anymore. So I mean, certain jobs I just give away to the other techs. 'Cause I know if I'm underneath of a car for more than 5 minutes with my hands in the air, it'll be on fire. I just give those jobs away. So because I said, there are other techs for our company that they just muscle through it. Like, I'll just work through the pain. It's like, well, I don't want to be 70 and not be able to move.
Yeah.
Or I don't want to have surgery when I'm
Did they
50.
tell you why you're getting that
You
pain
know.
when you put your hands above your shoulders? Or
It-
your shoulders, like when you're up? Like,
yeah, it was a little bit of arthritis, and I'd have to see. I don't recall like the other like big words that they use.
Is it an impingement?
I don't know. I'd have to.
No, because you
Yeah.
told me nothing was pinched.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
anything,
I've got-
which was,
yeah,
I
I've got
thought,
Super
odd.
spinatus.
What is that? That sounded familiar.
I think it's a ligament because I had when I hurt my shoulder, the supraspinatus was like getting like it was. I think
Like
it was
overextended.
I can't remember what it was. I knew that I had an impingement, which my bursa sac was getting pinched in between my collarbone because there was that much inflammation. And then the supraspinatus, there was something going on with that because they had me do the test of put your thumb down and then push up. And when I would push up, like this arm would just had no strength whatsoever.
Oh wow.
So it had something to do with, I think it's a ligament, if I'm not mistaken. You can Google that.
Let me Google.
Super
No,
spinatus.
that doesn't sound like what you told me.
Yeah,
but
I mean that term sounds like
But
really.
that is really
yeah.
like when you're dealing with this.
probably because you
above
read
the
Yeah,
eye
an
yeah,
article.
stuff, and if it starts burning, I know it has something
Oh,
to do
it's fire.
with that area.
Oh yeah, like
It's
if
the
I,
smallest of the four muscles which comprise of the rotator cuff and the shoulder joint.
that
That's
makes
what it
sense.
is.
Yeah.
Specifically in the supraspinatus fossa, it travels underneath the acromion. So
Okay.
it
So-
kinda
So
goes
yeah,
Okay.
that's
across
why
and
they
down.
said nothing was pinched.
yeah,
but it
oh yeah,
was-
yeah. If I'm like 5 minutes above my head,
But it's probably
It-
inflamed and
Yeah.
irritated
Yeah.
to the point like mine was, where
Yeah.
you can't freaking
Yeah.
like really have. I had zero strength,
yeah.
zero,
Yeah.
and then
Well,
above
for a
it
long
would
time,
burn
you
like a
couldn't-
mother.
Oh,
You
it'd
couldn't
be like it was on
You
fire.
couldn't move
yeah.
your arm like past like this point. He could only lift it
Yeah,
at one point.
Yeah.
yeah,
That
It's
much.
been a-
It was hard.
It's been a year since
yeah.
your
It's been a
accident.
year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and he
last
still has
this
problems.
past Sunday had been
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
year.
we're still dealing
Yeah.
with.
And it was to the point where like
With
my
everything.
my tricep, like the skin, like I would brush against a door frame,
And it hurt.
and it was like somebody instantly hit you with a blowtorch. Not
That's just
not like
nerve.
Yeah.
not yeah, it was like
Nerve
just something
damage.
yeah, and it was just oh my god,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah,
brutal.
and we're still going through all the. We don't even know if you're going to end up going to court or not. I mean, they
Yeah.
still haven't done anything.
It's
Really?
crazy.
But the
because
lawyer
Yeah.
just keeps saying they keep coming.
yeah.
It's so nuts, like
I
that
can
this is still
imagine,
going
though.
on.
Yeah, and what is I'm sure my lawyer doesn't want me talking about it, but
Oh.
like I
I'm
said,
sure he doesn't watch
yeah,
the show.
and like I said, the
Yeah,
only
well,
thing the only thing I'm asking for is my lost wages.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
That's it.
That
That's
was it. And they
That's-
can't even give
That's
him
all
that.
that's all I'm asking for.
Oh, that almost
Yeah.
came out, you Kevin.
I'm not looking I'm not looking for pain and suffering. I'm not looking for
No.
long
See,
term.
that's even
None of that.
crazier.
It's
Just-
it's insane.
And like I said, and I have things from Bridgestone. My employer, like he was out. This is how much money he lost.
That was
Turn
it.
That
Yeah.
that should have just been
That's
easy. That's it. They didn't know.
They didn't even when they first came back with an offer. It was below what
it was a third.
it was, but it was below what
Now,
even the law states that they
Is
have
Florida
to
a
give.
no fault state
Yeah.
or
Mhm.
Well, it's a no fault state, but it also has a law that you have to pay me my lost wages.
Okay.
You know.
so then
it's-
what's the issue?
yes.
Do they
yes.
do
They have the
whole
same
Boom.
insurance company.
Yeah.
full tort?
What's that?
Guys have that-
I don't
that?
understand
What's that?
We don't understand it
I
either.
don't know fully, but like in Pennsylvania, I think if you get your insurance, if you get full tort, it means that you could sue for X amount, like anything. If you have limited tort, I
Mhm.
believe it limits the amount of money that you can sue
What
for.
does tort mean?
You have to Google that one. In Pennsylvania.
TORT?
Yep, put the
Yeah, I don't
full
know
or
what
limited
that is.
tort.
Torture?
I don't think
Limited
Florida
torture?
has that.
Well, it's laws, tort law. I think
No.
it's that part of the legal system
Yeah.
because I remember we had real estate and probate, and we had tort and something else. All these different law classes when I was in college. It was a long time ago,
Yeah.
and I'm drinking beer.
You know
so.
what's even worse though is you have to pay what 10% to the lawyer.
40%.
40%.
40 if I go to court.
So,
Yeah.
but here's the thing.
Yeah.
What they even offered, that would have been everything they offered. Here you
Yeah.
go. Thank you for doing nothing
So
and
I know
get,
the
me getting
insurance in
nothing.
Pennsylvania has to do
It's
because I remember
crazy.
my mom got hit by a truck, an 18-wheeler, and it was like, well, here's a trucking company, and it screwed her back up, it screwed up her back again, and she didn't have full tort, so she could only get X amount, or I think it was only as much as your
So,
wages or
A
whatever.
tort is a common law jurisdiction, is a civil wrong that causes a claimant to suffer loss or harm resulting in legal liability for the person who commits the tortuous act, therefore tort. It can include intentional infliction of emotional distress.
Well, what about the thing in
distress-
Pennsylvania, the law with insurance? So I know, and I remember my mom could not. She could only get so much from this company, where it wasn't like hey, I got hit by a Pepsi truck. Now
Right.
it's Pepsi Care instead of Pepsi Cola because
Full tort coverage in PA means that if you are injured in an accident, you can sue the other driver who is at fault for a non-monetary damages. Full tort versus limited. Limited is there's a cap on
Yeah.
what you can
what you can
sue
sue for.
Yeah.
So that's what kind of screwed her in that situation because she was 100% not in the wrong, and it was an 18-wheeler with a company behind it. Full tort,
Yeah.
tough shit.
Yeah, yeah. Even the insurance, they sent me a letter 6 months ago that I may be entitled to my deductible back because
That's nice.
if they investigate and they rule that it wasn't my fault.
Well, it's not your fault.
Well, I got T-boned.
It is ruled. It went through the insurance.
She admitted
company.
it. The cops were there. Everything was like
police report.
Yeah,
right
I'm like,
there.
what do you?
And we have the same insurance company, so the paperwork should be the same.
And then her insurance adjuster, claimed, okay, so it is. We accept that it was our fault, but it was her insurance. We all have the same company. We all it's all the same company. It's like, why don't you just?
Bizarre.
It's absolutely.
It is
bizarre.
very strange. So every time I ask him, he's like, "Don't know. Still haven't heard anything. Anything."
It's the legal system, though. That's when everybody starts talking about what's wrong with the country. It's this, it's that. I'm like, it's the legal system.
Yeah.
Lawyers make so much money dragging shit out. They're the ones who make the money.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
I would have gone back to school. I would have continued with those law classes and moved forward. I'd have been a lawyer because it's like, I'll put a continuance on it. Because if I put a continuance on something or if we push it forward, I'm going to talk to my client probably another dozen times and freaking charge them $120 to freaking $300 to $400 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And you have a conversation. Go, yeah, no, listen, it could either go this way or go this way.
Yeah.
It's either good or it's bad. Well, they're kind of being quiet, or they're not, they haven't been communicating with us. I'll try again. And every time I try and communicate with them, I got to charge you. And that's the whole legal system, whether it's what you're going through, family court's a fucking worst.
Oh, it's
Jesus,
the worst.
God almighty.
That is definitely
anything else,
horrible.
It's like, you know what? At the end, who suffers and who makes the money?
Yeah.
And I have yet to have anybody convince me that family court is 100% has the child's best interest at the end.
Yeah.
Never.
It's great, and then it's people abusing the system.
Yeah,
which makes it worse too.
Well, I mean, look at what just happened to that couple in Florida. They, she had posted a video of something, and it like no neglect. I don't know, and then somebody called children's services on them, and then they came and took her kid away. She was pregnant at the time too, and so she had the baby. They came and took the baby, and they can't tell her that. Nobody knows why, why they were investigated and why they even they said neglect, but neglect from what? The kid was very well taken care of, her, and nobody can understand why they're doing this to this family. I mean, there could be more to the backstory, but I was reading a little bit about it, but they literally came and then took the baby. It is the strangest thing. And she never committed a crime. Her and her husband have good jobs. And it was because somebody made a complaint, something that they posted on Facebook, and then they just came and took the kid.
Well, the issue with that too is the difference
crazy.
between that and criminal law. In criminal law, when the police come, they have to have proof beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yeah.
In family court, they don't.
No, I can just say
it's all hearsay, and
that's all they need.
Yeah, hearsay and conjecture, and
Kevin was exposing himself. Next thing you know.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna do this. We're restrictions here. We're gonna put this on here. Blah 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 blah. It's like
And you have to prove yourself innocent.
Yeah.
Because
you have to prove yourself innocent and sit there and fight. And even when you prove yourself innocent, they're like, oh, okay, oh yeah. Well, we're gonna get back to you.
Sorry
about that. Or we'll get back to you in so many days. But we have an extra 15, 20 days, and then they maximize their fucking time because they're getting freaking money.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there going, whoa. You deal with the cops, are like, listen, beyond reasonable doubt, no.
Yeah, my brother was dating this woman for a few years, and there was some weird stuff happening, but she was the aggressor, not my brother. He would maybe push her off to defend himself, but she would be physical towards him. Well, one night she was hitting him, and he pushed her, and she kind of fell and hit the side of a dresser and hit her side. So she called the police and said he was abusing her, and they came and arrested him. Meanwhile, he's bleeding. He has claw marks, all this stuff. He just said, go ahead and take me. This is the only way I'm getting out of this place alive. But he had to go to jail because she called and said he did all this stuff, and then they proved that it was her, but it was messed up. They came and arrested him, even though...
That's because she called, and what happens is in most places with domestic abuse, when they're called, they have to take someone.
Yeah,
someone's coming with them.
In Florida, if a cop is called to your house, somebody has to go to jail.
And if you're sitting there going back and forth, and if it's not really clear, they'll be like, "Okay, you called because so we're gonna have to take you in. You'll get a chance to clear your name. I gotta take somebody in." Or they'll get to the point where they'll just be like, "I'm taking you both."
Yeah. He was, but my brother was like, "Man, he's like, go ahead, take me, just fucking get me out of this fucking crazy ass situation."
Right.
So.
I'll freaking prove myself innocent at a later date.
Yeah, well, when he got there and they were taking all the pictures and stuff, they're like, "Holy shit!" I mean, he was bleeding. He had claw marks on his back from when she was like, and she had no marks, not even from when she bumped her hip, supposedly. You know, like.
It's the way it's the way it is. I mean,
people are just fucked up.
They are. Yep. They're fucked up on both sides. So you know, it's like okay.
Especially girls.
Yeah, we're crazy. We're fucking crazy, Kerr. You better watch it.
Hey, listen. All I know is I got a call today. And Jen was out.
I was wondering where this is going.
Jen was picking up our food. I get a call, and I picked up the phone. I'm like, "Hello," and I get, "Oh my God, I've been lying for Chick-fil-A," and I'm expected to hear she got hit.
Something, yeah.
The car got
worse.
This fucking jackass cut in front of me, and they're in front of me, and they're getting their food before me.
No, but what about
I'm getting there.
Oh, okay.
It's clearly marked.
Did you see the picture I
sent? Yes, we
saw the
clearly marked sign.
Oh, thank you. You're adding to the humor. It's clearly marked that you must stop, but they cut cars. And
oh my God, there were so many freaking cars. And their cars next to me were like, what the everyone around
they were
me.
Cheering Jen on.
Were. I was laying on the horn. I felt bad for Joe. I really
this
did.
person
but I looked at him and he's just like
who cut Jen and Joe
in a
off.
brand new Infinity SUV.
Brand new
license plate number.
License plate CRV 532.
At least $70,000.
Sees the error of their ways. And says, "I would like to pay for the lady's food behind me, who I cut off and obviously upset." And Jen said,
"No,
thank you. No, I'm not going to give you the satisfaction."
I didn't say fuck you. I was nice and I felt bad. Let me
not going to give you the satisfaction of making yourself feel better for cutting me off.
No,
a couple chicken sandwiches would have made me feel a lot better about the situation.
Yeah.
Understandable. Looking back, I probably could have handled it differently, but. If anyone knows if they're from the Greenville area, the Chick-fil-A on Lawrence Road by Smoothie King, because we always hit Smoothie King first.
All your Greenville listeners, be on your lookout for SUV Infinity S model
with a golden retriever
in the
back left window.
Wait, hold on. You were getting ready to give them a free pass because of a golden retriever sticker, but they were getting ready to pay for all your food. You're like, no, I don't want you to get that satisfaction.
No, I was not happy. Wow. So I had my smoothie, which was made perfectly, and there was no line. Across the street from Smoothie King is Cookout and Chick-fil-A. Asked Joe what he wanted. He said Chick-fil-A, of course. Fine. It doesn't move swiftly, usually the line. But the way you have to route yourself through.
It's stupid.
It is a horrible situation, but it's so clearly marked. And because you have to cut through a parking lot at one point across the drive-through line. There's giant stop signs that have you stop so the through traffic can go through. By the other through sign, there is a map for the cars for the drive-through.
A map?
Yeah, I sent you the picture of it. So as I'm stopped,
you did,
waiting for the car on the other side of the stop sign to move forward so I can go and not block traffic. This Infinity not slowly goes into that spot, like flew into that spot. I lay on the horn not once but twice and start yelling, and my arms are up. Yes, the windows are up though. The car next to me, I see their arms go up.
Joe and
I'm sure they were mounted.
Joe disappears somehow. Joe's like the ultimate magic trick. He's like, I'm gone.
And then he's probably listening to this. And then
no, it's recorded.
Oh, okay. Well, he's still in the house though. Then I see the poor high school kid working at Chick-fil-A who takes the mobile orders. There's still a good couple cars in front of us before we order. Go to the Infinity and tell them you should have went. And he's pointing like how you went around and how you cut off me and blah, blah, blah. Right. Then he comes to my vehicle and says, they're sorry for
dear
cutting
Christian
you
woman.
Off.
Yeah. Please
And
have
I
mercy
said,
on
fine,
us.
you know, go take the orders, please. So when it's finally time to order, I see the one high school guy taking their order. He comes to mine. What's your name? Blah, blah, the whole Chick-fil-A
Yes,
order.
thank you for the details.
And he goes, the car in front would like to pay for your order. And I said, that is very kind, but no thank you, because I have a large order and I don't think that's fair. And Joseph was actually thought that was the right thing to do.
But inside you had that jersey. Now.
Yeah.
Now.
All
My
because Joe
Jersey
wanted the
part
Lord's
was-
chicken sandwich. That's
The-
all. Yeah.
The Jersey part of me was like, no, you're just trying to make yourself feel better for cutting me off.
It would have made us
I'm
all
not-
feel
Well,
good. We'd have free
they
Chick-fil-A.
were, but I think they did feel. I mean, obviously that's why they offered, because
It's
they
all
felt
about
bad,
forgiveness.
right? And so they figured
And
that
free-
was
and
their
free chicken
olive
sandwiches.
Free
branch,
chicken sandwiches.
right? But that was like their olive branch. Was like,
Which,
oh, we clearly
looking
screwed
back-
up, and they didn't
But
mean
I
to.
honestly didn't feel right, because it was a large order. It wasn't like just a number one with.
What
you
did
know,
it
a
come out
sweet
to?
too. It was about $25.
Can I ask you a question? In all
Oh.
seriousness, if that order was
Really?
too big, what size of order would have been an appropriate amount
If it was just
based
one,
off of the stress and anxiety, the pictures in the call, and the story tonight? What dollar value would have that been?
just probably like if it was just Joe's lunch of a number one.
$8.99. $8.99 is exactly what the payoff is for cutting you off. In the
I would have asked, do they know how much my order is? No? Okay. They can pay for it and add 7 number ones.
I
looking
know.
at Kevin.
Part of me was thinking when I ordered nuggets, and they're like, well, you can get a 4, 8, 12, or a 30 count. There was that part of me that was saying I should just go for the 30 count nuggets, because we will eat them with our charcuterie tray. But
I was looking
I
at
did
Kevin's
it.
face during the story. And I was laughing because when
there is another part to this.
I am, but when you called, I have to see this intermission.
Okay.
When
And then
you
I'll finish
called
it.
and you were on speakerphone and you were telling the story, Kevin had to look at the same look in his face. And I hung up the phone and he looked at me and he goes, "You're better than I am."
Yeah, that's what he
Kerr's
said.
been down this road before, me calling with events that have happened on
And
the
Yeah,
road,
Jesse's
yeah.
where
going,
I'm actually physically fine, as well as the vehicle.
If
Yeah.
I would have called Kevin and I started to say what you did, and then he would have interrupted. He said, "Are you hurt?" And
Yeah.
if I said no, it would have just been.
Yeah.
He would have hung up. And that would have
It's
been
for
it.
the best that
That
Kerr
would've been
listens
it.
to what I'm going on and ramble.
Yeah, no.
That's what I
that's-
told him.
yeah.
Kevin goes, "You're better than I
Let me
am."
get
Yeah.
it out.
He goes,
Yeah,
I would have.
Kevin
He goes, I
can
would
do-
have just found out. Is everybody okay? He goes,
Yeah.
I would have hung up
Yep.
a while ago.
Yep.
And I go, I gotta let Jen get it out. I said, however, this will be part of the show tonight. I guarantee
Yeah.
you. And then, ding, the freaking picture shows
Yeah,
up. I'm like,
then
Well,
Kevin
and the
was like-
reason why I took the picture was when you leave Chick-fil-A to get back onto Lawrence Road to go the direction we have to, you have to cut through that
where's the rest of the story?
area. This is it, where the stop signs are, so you can cut across the drive-through traffic to get out to the light. So as I'm in that line of traffic, the car in front of me has their left blinker on, which means they're going to try to cut into the drive-through lane. I'm like, oh no, the sign's literally right there. I took the picture. Like, how could you miss that traffic pattern? And the cars, there's now an even longer line of cars.
So what
because of how
happened? Did
busy-
they actually make the turn? Or
they
did you pull
tried
out?
to. Oh no, I wanted to see what happened. They tried to make the turn. The car, it was a truck sitting right there, laid on their horn, started yelling. They, because they didn't pull in very quickly turned the steering wheel and went out, and then went in the correct way.
So they see the error of their ways. I
Yeah.
would let
Yeah.
him pay for my food.
Yeah. See, that wouldn't have happened at Taco Bell, because if they'd have had order takers like Chick-fil-A, Taco Bell would be like, get the fuck out of here, dude.
Yeah.
Get out. You're banned.
They can't at
agree with
Chick-fil-A.
that.
I know they can at Chick-fil-A
But,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
also, like,
because they take
what,
your order.
what would have been
with
the
a
point
Bible.
of that guy going over and explaining to them what they did? I mean, it was already done.
Yeah.
Like, what was he going to say? Oh, let me turn around
Yeah.
and try this again.
No, he
They
tried
were
to
already
make
in
amends by
line.
saying, let me
No,
pay
not
for
the
your
people
food.
in the car. I'm saying the Chick-fil-A guy.
No, Chick-fil-A guy was just like,
Yeah.
hey, you really shouldn't do that. It really wasn't good. Next time you do this, they probably said, you know what? I'm really sorry. I know I upset some people. Can I pay for the lady's food behind me?
Yeah.
Not realizing the lady behind you is from New Jersey and she's a vindictive bitch. And
And
said,
she had an
I
order
will
of
not let you
$25.
get the best of me
Yeah.
by giving me free shit. And I'm sitting
I
there
want
going,
people, if they're going to pay it forward and pay for my meal, I want it to be because they're just being, it's just being a kind
Well, I
event
think
at
that they.
moment.
I will
Well,
let
I think
some-
that's what that was. That
Honestly,
was a.
They were
moment.
doing it because they did something wrong.
Kev, if you were in a cigar shop and someone said, you know
Oh, I
what, you
love it.
bearded
Yeah, I
tattoo
agree.
freaking scumbag, I'm going to buy you 12 cigars. You're going to be like, no,
Yeah.
no, you
Yeah.
just called me a bearded tattoo scumbag.
Yeah.
You're like,
I want 24.
You know what? That hurt my feelings. I want 15, and they'd be like, "Okay,
that's
fine,"
it.
and I'd be on my way.
I'm gonna go over to that white wall over there.
Yeah.
You know, the
So
Davidoff wall. Yeah.
Hey, fatso, I'll be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna buy you some cigars." You know what? If you give me a couple more insults, will that include a couple more cigars? Because...
So I did apologize to Joseph, saying for acting the way I did because I don't want him to act like that when he's out driving. And he said he understood. It's okay. I think because I didn't take the offer of.
Does that make you feel better for not getting us free food?
Yes.
You're just lucky Jessica wasn't with you. You'd probably both be in jail. Yeah. Jessica would have been
funny.
like, "Let's get him." Jen would be like, "Yeah."
Jessica would have got out of the car.
I would have got out of the car.
I would
But like Chick-fil-A guy moved.
Jen would have been like, "I don't want that food." And Jess would have been like, "Fuck that! Get more food. We're gonna eat today. That charcuterie thing is not enough. We need to eat chicken."
Poor Joe would have been like, "You're all going to hell."
Yeah.
Like
He's
he would
like,
just
my
be
mom
like,
is just crazy, and I always said I was afraid of her,
Jess-
and now
Jess
I'm
would have been-
definitely afraid of her.
Jess would have been going for the food part of it.
I would have said, "Fuck yeah, they owe." Yeah, I would have said, "Jen, take it."
On top of that, go across and get me 3 more smoothies. Damn it!
Yeah.
Across the
Cookout.
street. Cookout. Oh, I
Cookout
think it's
is
actually
right
Cookout
next door.
burgers.
Yeah.
Cookout. Have you been to Cookout?
No.
That may be dinner tonight.
Yeah, we
Cookout
don't
is
know what
right up
that
the
is.
street. Wow, they
It's
make
a good
the
fast
best
food place.
burgers.
They
They
make
have. Do you like hush puppies?
Yeah, it depends.
Fantastic.
That just depends on how
I like
they're
their
made.
hush puppies.
Oh, hush
I don't know,
puppies
we'll have
are
to
good.
figure out
I'm
what
not a
we're
big
doing
hush
now.
puppy person.
Yeah.
I love the burgers.
I'm gonna
It's
try
fast
the,
food, but they
the
do like
Boofy
trays, comes in a
4th
box.
anniversary.
Oh, you know what? I saw those and I forgot to pick one up. too.
Why? Were they
surprised
out
you
of
didn't
place?
What's that?
No,
Did
they
it
were
screw you up? Was it out of place?
Yeah, no.
There was some.
They were hidden.
Matt Booth stuff though was kind of scattered too.
Well, his
Yeah,
booth
I did
stuff
notice
is normally
that.
scattered because he has his normal line, but then he's got all the
Mhm.
different freaking specials.
Yeah.
Because he makes some lines.
Yeah,
for
I saw
Cardiff,
that.
and then he also carries some other stuff.
Yeah, I saw that. That's why I wasn't that bothered by it. But I did notice. I took a mental note.
How is it?
Nice.
Yeah.
Very, as they say, a toothy wrapper.
I was
Very,
glad to find that
Gordy.
because I had been looking at those to get, and I wasn't sure who had them around here. I really wanted to get the Tatuaje Monster Mash.
He said next week.
He
right?
says they're arriving next week, that they were being shipped this week.
I'm sure Carl will call you with the way you spell
Yeah, a
it.
lot of the online retailers are doing the pre-orders for the Monster Mash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah, I
It's
didn't.
like
Who like the monsters?
I've got too many collectible tatuajes now. I don't smoke
What?
any of them.
Where are they?
They're hidden.
Well, can I have them?
No,
Why?
because I'm never smoking them. They're collectibles.
When those come in, let me know. I'll send you money.
You know what I did?
Yeah. Well, no, those are fine. These are like
Yeah, I don't care. We're not
These are
talking
like
to you. I'm not talking to you.
15-year-old
This is the
About
This
it.
is
Yeah.
the box that has all of them
Yeah,
in it.
that's
Yeah.
what I
And I
want.
thought it was a great price because
I
it's
did.
a, it's a large
Boris, or
selection
was
for
like,
$1.50.
did you give me a little Boris? I have a little Boris in there.
I don't know. I mean, I think I have like one or two,
Yeah,
so I don't
I have a
know.
little
They're
Boris. I
hidden.
think that's low.
Yeah.
That's nice to know.
No, all the tatuajes are in a Tupperware,
Okay.
but then all the collectibles are in a Tupperware too. Yeah, those are not to be smoked. We
Why?
can't break them up
Why?
because they're collectibles.
No, they're not collectibles. They're cigars. We're supposed to smoke
Smokables.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're smokables.
No,
I like that
No,
term.
no. These are some vintage. These are
Kevin!
these are never to be smoked.
What's the point? What
because,
is the point?
Because one day they're going to be worth so much money, I'll just
it's
sell them.
disgusting. That's stupid. I want to smoke them.
And no,
Oh.
no.
This is what I deal with. He's a hoarder of cigars.
But
Yeah.
you know what, though?
He's a hoarder.
I have
He's
a
a
bag
hoarder
of
of
stuff in
cigars.
there from when I, some of my stuff I collected,
Mhm.
and it was bigger. And then I kind of got in this mode about a year ago. I started giving some stuff out. I started smoking some stuff. And I had some stuff in there I really wish I would have kept. One of them was some of the old Freddy's.
Yeah.
The old, like from years ago. And I had
Mhm.
the Tatuaje TAAs from I had 2016, 2017, 2018. And I had like several of them because they had leftovers.
Mhm.
And I kept them in there for the longest time, and I went through and smoked them. I wish I would have kept them.
Why?
I only have one
You
of
have the band. You have the memory. Good enough.
I only have one of the TAA 21st. There was a mistake on the label.
Oh, really?
Instead of
21st?
ST, it was TH. And like I said, those are, if you have a box of those are highly collectible, because of the misprint on the label. But we have over 3,000 cigars. And out of those 3,000 cigars, we don't even have 200 that are like off limits. So I mean,
I call bullshit on
so
that. He's just trying to.
so we
he's trying to backpedal.
we
make
easily have
himself sound
3,000
better.
cigars that are,
You want to know how many times you have told me no to a cigar that I've picked?
It's one of the 200.
Yeah.
Every time?
Every time.
Every time.
How many times did you ask him? Less than 200?
Less than
I
200.
don't ask him anymore. He comes.
Well, there you go.
I could tiptoe.
Should have gone through the law of averages like the guy won $1 million.
He will come out of the office and he's like, "What are you doing?"
You know,
how the fuck does he know? I swear you have a camera.
It's the
room.
same as when you open up the fridge and like take something out, and then like it's like so you're like, okay, the dog's sleeping. So let me go get something out of the fridge. You open up real softly, then you turn around, the dogs are like, how the hell did you know that? Same with the humidor.
That's Kevin.
Yeah.
It never fails.
You got to go like the guy who did the scratch offs and made sure that there's $1 million winner left. He went out and bought them all up.
Yeah.
If you know that there's 200 off limits, you got to ask 202 times. Guarantee you'll get 2 of those cigars.
Yeah, we have very few that are off limits.
No, I don't have anything that's off limits.
Yeah.
That's all you, Kevin. That's you considering things are off limits.
Oh, I love these. I just bought 2 more boxes of these. The Hoya Cabineta. Oh, it's just the it's probably the only cigar consistently like a lot of peanut butter on the taste, and I absolutely love it. Yeah, a lot of peanut butter.
I've never heard anyone.
Yeah,
especially if you have like a really thick smoke and it has that peanut buttery flavor. But I love that in the morning.
It's so good.
Yeah,
it's so good.
It's a good cigar. But yeah, I'm like with Cap. I wish I would have kept some of mine.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. I still have some cigars that are still a little bit near and dear. I still have that Chicago cigar I got that is a Rocky Patel, but it was made for a lounge in Chicago as a house blend, and the band is just freaking far out. It's like very 1930s, like gangster Chicago, just very.
Just
cool.
smoke it.
But it's a very good cigar because I smoked it.
Yeah, just smoke it.
I have a Fonseca, and I have the history behind it, but it was part of some fundraiser auction in 2008 as Fonseca, and it was like super ultra rare box that was like auctioned off, and I can't remember. I have the freaking I got it at what's his face is up in McLean.
You know what?
Bulgamarian.
The worst thing is though is the more you save certain things, and then the chance of maybe something happening to those cigars, and then you really are fucked.
Yeah, you smoking them?
Then you can't even smoke them.
That's you smoking them.
Yeah, that's gonna be the thing that fucks him up is me.
Especially with the Tatois haze, I never bought them to smoke them. I never bought them because.
So did you buy double? Like ones to keep?
No, I bought them to hold on to them because I knew they were going to be worth money someday, a lot of money. So you sell them, you know. So, but like that box I bought here, the Skinny Monster, the pack from like the Lanceros from like 20, I don't know, it was like 2015 or 2016. I mean, I don't know what I paid, $130, $140 for the box. It'd be $1,000 box of cigars one day.
Yeah,
you know, because it's pristine. The seal is still on it. That is going to be worth a lot of money.
Understand
that. Tobacco Plus. We go in there. What was the other thing you bought there? Didn't you buy some Caldwell collaboration with Brew Estate? Did they have some stuff?
I bought some of the old All Out Kings.
All Out Kings, yeah.
And then on the second run, then I bought those were great cigars, and I bought more from Ronnie from the original run. But yeah, so some of the cigars I buy just to collect. But all those CLEs that I bought, all those vintage, I bought all of those just to smoke those all someday. And it'll take me 5 years, 6 years to smoke all of them, So by the time I get through some of the end ones, they'll have some fantastic age on them.
They're so good. I smoked one the other day, and I was like, God dang, man, he makes a great cigar.
He really does.
Christian Orion knows how to make a good cigar. God dang, they're so good. And I miss all the Camachos because I had shit. And again, going back to Wish, I wish I was like, I told him on the show, I'm like, I held on to this box for so long because I wanted to meet you someday and autograph it. What do you do with them? Smoked them. Yeah. Gave them to friends. A special cigar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, you saw him pop up when he saw that fucking box. That's the original Corojo.
That's awesome though.
That's the OG.
Yep.
And that freaking place, what pissed me off is they actually had 3 boxes. 2 boxes sealed, and the 3rd box was opened. And I just didn't trust the Beatles. But the only thing that was different on that box was where it had Camacho and everything. They had an extra freaking etching. It just had Arroyo on it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know how this fits in with the whole thing. I mean, I was kind of knew what was going on. I was talking to Duncan, just like, buy them. But that whole, I mean, if that was a place that if they didn't have the tobacco beetle problem, that would have been freaking earmarked and tagged with me never mentioning that place. I would have it saved in my favorites in GPS. Yeah. Because he had that many Camacho cigars, every Vitola possible. He had 2 walls filled with it. Yeah. But every single one of them had tobacco damage, the tobacco beetle damage. Every single one of them. He had the freaking big freaking perfectos like Booth made with the. He had I mean, they had everything in there. I was like, God dang. Like you were a Camacho outlet. But
yeah, it was like our buddy Robert. He lives out in Texas, and sent me a picture one day. He had bought a Ming Dynasty, and he goes, "Hey, I've never seen this Drew estate. Do you know anything about it?" And I go, "How many did you buy?" And he's like, "Well, just the one." I go, "How many more do they have?" And it's like a half a box. I go buy them. He's like, "Well, I'm on my way home. It's like 30 minutes away." I go, "Turn around, turn around." And he did. He turned around and he bought all of them. He sent Jessica and I 2 of them, and those were 15-year-old, exclusive to smoke in only. It was exclusive to one shop here in Florida. And he found a box of them in Texas, so
it's amazing how some of this shit finds its way in places.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
Well, especially from that many years ago. I mean, you figure there wasn't that many cigar lounges 10, 15 years ago. So when you see them in other tobacco shops, they probably were putting their freaking cigars anywhere that were taking cigars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you look at a tobacco shop, it's like, okay, you're going to get in there. It's going to be whatever they order from this, that magazine, But back then, I mean, I can't imagine how many freaking cigar shops there were 15 years ago as opposed to today.
Yeah. It's just amazing that some of this stuff has lasted. Like how? How is it still on your shelf? After 10 years, 15 years.
You've also found out when you looked on eBay or in online when people are trying to get rid of some of their cigar stuff because their doctor said they can't smoke anymore, or something happened, or somebody passed away and the wife is like, "Hey, my husband had all these cigars." I mean, it's because they don't know.
Yeah.
Or they don't care at that point. And so all this stuff that they've collected now is up for grabs. So
the place in Greenwood, when I met Deb, it was this floral shop with a little cigar shop inside of this floral shop. That was his kind of like retirement, his little love of pipes and cigars. And when he passed away, she said she didn't know what to do with it. When I met her, it was on his year anniversary when I met her. And she's like, "I don't know what to do with this. Everybody keeps telling me I just need to get rid of these old cigars." And I walked in this freaking humidor and I'm like, I'd advise you not to, but if you are, let me handle getting these cigars out of here, because she had boxes of Camachos. I mean, she had so much vintage stuff in there that she didn't know what it was. That was her husband's gig, you know, and it wasn't, Greenwood's not a big thoroughfare, or it's not like a destination location. I mean, so they probably, back then probably saw a couple cigars a week here and there. That's the reason why when he bought a box of freaking Opus X 20 years ago, there's still freaking a half a dozen of them.
That is so wild, though. God.
But it's the Romeo and Julieta Museum series.
Love
God, that cigar is so good. That's a great cigar. 2008. Big freaking beautiful humidor. But she said, "Yeah, this is a really nice humidor. I don't know what this is." I'm like, that is like freaking. They didn't make a lot of these back then. I can't remember how many they made. It wasn't many.
I can't believe somebody didn't go in there and kind of try to just take out, take it.
I don't think they had a big. They didn't have like a, because first of all, most folks. Sorry if I'm offending anybody, but most folks, when they're traveling and they want to start looking at a lounge, they'll just look for lounges, or they'll maybe Google a lounge.
Yeah,
this is in a flower shop.
This is a predominant home.
When you look up front, it says,
that's crazy.
And then there's a little section that has cigars.
It's flowers. It's
it's the floral case.
It's the floral case.
And
when you walk up, they have one of their windows filled with cigar boxes.
That's crazy.
And then you go in the one area they have this humidor.
So did you just find it by chance?
I was actually working in Greenwood, and I googled cigar shops, tobacco shops,
Mhm.
and the tobacco case came up. When I pulled up, I saw a floral case. I'm like, what the hell? So I got out. When I saw a box of cigars in the window, I walked in and I'm like, do you sell this? And it's just not flowers. It's like
wreaths and
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
it's,
yeah.
it's,
home
it's yeah, all this stuff.
decor.
And
Yeah.
I said, hey, do you sell cigars? Says you sell cigars. She goes, well, my husband did, but he passed away a year ago. And she goes, we have some in there. You'll go there and then take a look at them. But it's like, it's actually his first year anniversary. His anniversary of him dying a year. And she's like, they keep telling me to sell all these old cigars. So go in there and, if you see anything, just let me know if you like it. And I opened the door and I was like, boop, 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 boop. It's like Duncan. Duncan. Like, just gonna start taking pictures and sending them to him. He's like, where the hell are you? So I'm in this freaking small place in Greenwood. He's like, what else do they have? I said, I don't know. I'm gonna be here for a while. I'll let you know. So I started digging, and she had the Camachos. She had a box of Camachos open. I think she had 8 or 9 that were not even, they were all still in cellophane.
Oh man.
She has Cohibas in there they are Plume City. They're old. She had the Opus X. She had some old Bolivar in there. God, what else did she have in there? She had Macanudos that were very old. She had La Gloria Cubana
Oh wow.
that were old La Gloria Cubana. I bought a lot of those because I even had the date stamp.
Did she know what to charge you?
Well, when we started talking about it, I'm like, do you realize what you have in there? I started talking to her about it. And she's like, okay. I'm like, listen. And I said, if you have any questions, here's my card. Call me. I said, I'll help you out any way I can. And probably a week or 2 went by, and she was talking to her niece, and she's like, well, this guy came in here, and he said, give me a call. It's like, but I don't know if he was serious or not. So she gave me a call. I'm like, hey. She's like, would you mind coming down here and help me out for a little bit? I'm like, yeah. So I went down there. And I said, look, you could sell all your cigars and just do flowers. I said, yeah, it's been a year since your husband died. I said, maybe having your cigar business will help you gain closure and let you get closer to him a little bit and kind of move on. Because she said, I'm stuck in my life. She's like, well, maybe. So I went in there and I'm like, look, these are freaking rare. This is what you want to freaking hold on to. I was like, these you need to get rid of because these suck. I don't know. You got a lot of sucky cigars in here.
Yeah.
Like, these are newer. She's like, yeah. I'm like, I'll start promoting it on my show. I said, and, start promoting it. I said, and, as you thin these out, I said, I'll introduce you to some boutique brands and some other folks, and we can start filling your humidor with newer stuff. So make yourself a destination location. So I started talking about it on the show, and it was like a couple of weeks went by, and someone went down there and just bought all the Camachos. And I was like, son of a bitch.
It's a great location. There's other shops there.
Glad I helped you
there's
out,
a
but
little
damn.
Cuban restaurant there. There's
It's a great
soul
location.
There's like a high-end children's shop
Oh, cute.
You went
for
down there, right?
clothing. Yeah, we went for your birthday lunch last year. Cute little street, but to get there, you're not going to just, it's not on the way to Columbia.
If you're in Greenwood, it's because you want to be in Greenwood or because you have to be.
Yeah,
like
you
they have a
didn't
huge
just
lake
drive
and
through it.
Yeah.
It's a nice area.
So
It's
does
really
she still
up and
sell
coming.
cigars?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
what happened was
She's a very sweet woman.
we really struck with this great relationship, friendship. And I started introducing her a couple of brands I knew. She started bringing them in, and she started doing advertising on the radio. I did her radio for a couple of years. And she really started growing to the point where she's like, man, I'm starting to, even in the off season for life, like I'm selling a lot of cigars.
You have the college right there.
Yeah. So then
Nice.
she readjusted her humidor, cut some things back. I'm like, you got to get the freaking pipe tobacco out because this is ruining it. And then you have more space underneath.
Yeah.
So she's doing well right now. I
Yeah.
mean, we still keep in contact.
Oh,
They
nice.
did an article in Greenwood Magazine on us about
that's
our
cool.
friendship, and she actually started dating again. She's got a serious boyfriend
Dates a
for a
pilot.
couple of years. And one of the things she said to me, which I really took to heart, was she's like, I'll never forget the day you walked in. She goes, I was praying to God for an angel because I really miss my husband. And you walked in.
Aw.
And I said, God answers your prayers in really crazy ways.
Yes.
If I walked in and she starts laughing, and she's like, no, she's like, you really helped me kind of get over
Yeah, but
that
you
to
could have
move on.
you could have done like you could have really taken advantage of her not
I'm not a
knowing.
dick.
No, but that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like you could have taken complete advantage, and you didn't do that. You helped her
Yeah.
be able to, you know.
I do believe, like,
I don't know, it comes back around, but there are people
I'm
who
not
would
this
not have
overly
thought
religious like Bible,
that.
but
No.
I do, like, you know, there are many things, especially in the book of James, he says that we are responsible for widows and orphans. Like, that is, as humanity, that's who
Yeah.
we're as a group, you know, as a society, that's, you know, we must take care of those. And she was a widow who was really
Yeah.
struggling, and we just hit it off really well,
Yeah.
to the point where, you know, she would laugh because she's like, how does anybody talk to me the way you do? So I'm like, I'm from the north, you know, I'm
Yeah.
a northerner, but just such a wonderful human
Beautiful
being.
shop.
You would have
Love the
bought all
home
those
apartment.
Camachos.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Kevin would have bought all the
Well,
Camachos.
you got you did the comparison of the new Opus X compared to the old Opus X.
yeah,
right?
I did. I smoked that
Yeah,
20-year-old
I remember.
Opus X that I got from there, and that's a testament. I don't like the Opus X. No. Like I said, they're just not my cup of tea.
Right.
But the testament to Fuente, because I did that 20-year-old Opus X versus one from 2017. So I was like 4 years old. And I was surprised at the similarities in the Opus X. Because I don't like Opus X. I don't like floral notes.
Mhm.
It's like smoking potpourri for me. An Opus X is nothing but floral. It's way overpowering. It's way boring for me. But that 20-year-old still had that exact same floral,
Still had it.
but toned down, you know,
Yeah.
where that 2017 was a 10 out of a 10. You know,
Wow.
that 20-year-old was a 3 out of a 10. But that same, identical floral. That is
Wow.
just, like I said, a testament to the quality of cigars that Fuente makes. You know, he's still able to, after all these years, reproduce the same, you know, tobacco over and over.
I remember she contacted. I gave her some names of she brought in some boutiques, and she started bringing in some other stuff. And she contacted a rep, and it was I think it was JC Newman who does Fuente or whatever. And she's like, "I'll bring some stuff." And they're like, "We're not opening up new accounts." She's like, "Well, I have a box of Opus X here. We bought this." And he's like, "No, you don't." It's like, "Yes, I do." She's like, "It's from 1990 something." And he's like, "No, you don't." She's like, "Yes, I do. My husband had 3 boxes of these, and this is the last box." And I remember him buying them. You know, the guy gave her a little bit of shit. It was kind of funny because when he came in, he kind of ate his own words and then was like, "Well, we have all these lovely items here. We can have you, know, all the Jason and shit, brick house, what have you." But she wasn't really 100% sure when she bought the cigar, when her husband did. So I had a couple with me, and I was in North Carolina, and I was talking to Duncan. I said, "Yeah," I said, "I'm going to be swinging by." He's like, "Well, you know, let's see, what is it, the CI up there, or what's the big, the Monte Cristo Lounge up in Charlotte?" JR, yeah, Jeans and JRs. So he's like, can you swing by there? And I swung in, and he and I were shooting shit, and I can't remember the guy's name. He was a rep in Duncan's area for Fuente, and now he's gotten promoted in the Fuente organization. I forgot his name. I can't remember his name. And he walks in, and Duncan's like, "Oh my God," like, and we start shooting shit. He's like, "I got to ask you, how old do you think this is?" And he looked at it. He's like, "Well, you can tell not only by, you know, the cellophane, you know, discoloration." He's like, "You got to look at the color of the cigar band."
Yeah.
He's like, "It's not popping. It's not red anymore, because you can see it wearing over here." And he's like, "This thing's got to be at least 20 years old."
Wow.
So he kind of confirmed the fact that we knew it was that old. And I was like, "Son of a bitch." He's like, "Where the hell did you get this?" I was like, "Oh, some flower shop in Greenwood."
Yeah. It's the only thing that really changes is just the X itself. You know, they'll put some embellishment around the X, and then the color, and
Yeah.
you know, the people that are into the Opus X,
Air Force Base.
they know the difference.
Over there.
Oh, okay.
So we may see.
Oh, our little military zone here.
Yeah.
You're lucky.
It's
There's
up
times
there.
we did, when Duncan and I first did the show, we did it out there. And we have a gun range here. We got the military base there, and we have a small airport here. And all of them
at the same
once.
time. Was
You'll
like,
see the cargo planes doing maneuvers, touch and
that's
goes
cool.
here.
Like the
They
freaking
come
gun ranges
freaking
going off,
low. It's so
Duncan's
cool to
jumping.
see kinda
Yeah.
Freaking out of
come
skin because
around.
you could hear some
You'll see
pretty
the
high
fighter
caliber
jets. They
weapons
actually
being
are
shot.
Oh, yeah.
building the
I mean,
newer
it's
fighter
outside.
jets over
Boom,
here,
boom,
too.
oh,
boom.
nice.
You can hear
Nice.
the freaking Cessnas
And then
coming
the
overhead.
helicopters.
So you hear that,
Yeah.
it sounds like you're in World War II or World War One. And they're
Yeah.
shooting, and all of a sudden, going overhead. Then they had the freaking Apache helicopters and the Hercules helicopters.
Oh, so
Yeah.
They are always flying low.
Yeah.
Well, and we also, the newest contract for the fighter jets, we got the contract, so they're being built like right
We
over
did?
here.
I want to see some money from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
It's really
from-
neat. You can
from,
actually drive around the Air Force area and where
suits and
the
stuff.
because Joe and I, when he was practicing driving, you can. I never realized how big it was back there.
But it's about to get bigger. So because they split up the building of the planes between here and Washington, and Boeing just decided to close. I think it's Boeing decided to close the Washington facility. So all the planes will be built here now.
Oh, that's
And
Boeing's big in Charleston area too.
yeah, they're maybe that's where Charleston.
Yeah, down in Somerville.
Oh, is that where where the Boeing is
Yeah,
at?
it's huge.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
That's
so
what the plan is.
they're trying to relocate as many people as they can. You know, people that do want to come, but and then of course Washington's all up in arms now. You know, it's like, oh, we promised you this, we give you this over 20 tax cuts, 20, 30 years, and now you're just going to up and leave. And they're like, you know what? You know, with COVID and everything, you know, like I said, you know, planes are, you know, they're not in high demand anymore.
Right.
We're cutting, you know, we gotta cut,
Consolidate.
you know, gotta consolidate and cut production, and
Sweating.
they have to.
Give me a shade.
You're in the
Yeah.
shade
I
chest.
know,
Trust
I'm
me.
sweating.
The sun is coming
I'm
this
I'm
way.
sweating.
Kerr is probably baking.
Because the
little bit.
wind stopped blowing. There
Yeah,
was like a nice
so they
breeze
had to
for a
choose,
minute.
and they chose South Carolina.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody said they come
Yeah.
down here because of taxes. We actually have some really interesting business down here. There's a company down, and I know downtown area that they build like the turrets for the Humvees.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
that's weird.
they actually were then they worked on the assault vehicles for the first Avengers movie.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
So they actually have one of them in display in their office. So we get like weird shit like that, and I
But
remember
because of the business taxes here, we have a lot of big companies here.
There
yeah.
was a big shooting up in Connecticut a couple of years ago, the big school shooting,
Sandy.
Hook.
Yeah.
Sandy Hook.
Well, there was a big to do about that whole thing. And they went to the gun manufacturer. They were like, "We don't want you here anymore."
Yeah.
And freaking governor was like, "Hey, you come down here. We got plenty of land.
Yeah.
Come on down here. They're freaking being made here now.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fun place to live."
Yeah.
Woohoo.
So we're used to the noise. Like I heard the gun range earlier this morning, but it's quiet out. Sundays are always, you can tell when they're doing the clay pigeons. Like you'd hear the ding, 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 and certain whatever they're having over there.
Well, they shoot the metal, those metal,
Oh, the plates.
the plates.
Yeah.
They
And
can
then
definitely hear
that's
that.
about a mile that way is the Greenville Gun Club. So we got some interesting noises around here.
It's a gun club. It's not an open range.
It's a gun club.
It's an outdoor range. It was funny is when we moved in and we started hearing the gunshot, we had looked at the place twice prior.
Didn't hear anything.
And it was
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
reminded me of Seven, the movie Seven, when Morgan Freeman visits Brad Pitt and Gwyneth Paltrow.
I haven't seen that
Oh,
movie.
You
I
didn't see that
I
movie?
vaguely
Yeah.
remember.
Oh my
it.
gosh.
And
it's
they're in there
such a great
talking, all of a
movie.
sudden the freaking the
The
subway goes
train.
by, and
Yeah.
the whole place is
Yeah.
shaking, and it goes by, and he starts laughing, and they're like, yeah, they showed us the place, when it wasn't
Yeah.
running,
Yeah.
and he goes, I always wonder why they're in a rush to get us out of here.
Yeah.
I think they showed us the place when it was closed,
Yeah.
because when we moved in, it sounded like a war zone.
Yeah. It's like what the movie Funny Farm too. They
Yeah,
put-
I
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
that movie.
Yeah.
Chevy Chase.
And then all of a
Yeah.
sudden, the whole town's like, no,
We have that on
like
DVD.
Yeah.
we're gonna try to sell it.
Oh my god, yeah. It was funny when we first. I was like, what the fuck?
But I like hearing the planes, and you'll just see the cargo planes going over and the maneuvers.
The
and
helicopters, I'll tell you, there's
They're
some days
loud.
I'm on
Ooh.
conference calls. I got to hit mute
Yeah.
because everybody can hear it. They're like, what the hell is that? I'm like,
It's
Yeah.
the
they can hear our
airplane,
birds
it's the
outside. I'm like,
helicopter.
if you hear any noises, there it
There
is.
it goes.
Yeah.
If you hear any noises, I know I sound like I'm in the middle of a revolution.
Yeah.
No, just
It's a reenactment.
it's just our gun range and our military.
But we
base
learned
right
that
here.
when we hear like gunfire in the middle of the night, it's not the gun range.
Yeah.
It's something else going on.
Yeah.
It's the rest of South Carolina.
Yeah.
yeah, it's the good old boys of the hood going off, because there's times where we're upstairs, and if it's a really nice night with the windows open, you hear pew.
Yeah, it's like,
I was like, all right, then.
it's amazing how sound travels, but still, it's too close.
Hmm.
Yeah, fun
So
time.
we're what, an hour and a half in,
How's that possible?
I think.
Because we're
Yeah.
Hour and 24 minutes.
it just always flows so nicely with us. This is the first time we've all been together to do a show.
I know.
Yeah. That it is.
Yep.
I think we
Yeah, it
finish up here,
seems
we're
like
gonna
that's
hop on
not
live
true,
real quick
but
just
it
to
is.
talk to
Yeah.
some people
That's what's
Yeah.
weird.
after a beer. And this
Oh,
is
yeah.
a really good cigar.
Yeah.
This is really nice.
Yeah, I'll
Well,
definitely
thank
pick
you for
some
those.
up.
This is I got that package with the urinal. Did you get that? The urinal pad?
Oh no, I didn't get that one.
You didn't get that one?
No, I didn't get it.
Oh,
You
man.
sent you
Surprised.
sent it to me, and then I completely spaced on it and never got
The
it.
sticker's fantastic.
Yeah, I have to say it is awesome promo items.
Yeah, but that urinal, I thought was like,
So is
There
that
will-
to
there is-
prevent splashing? Like, what is the point of that in a urinal?
Smell. They're usually
Oh, they're scented.
usually they're scented. So when you pee on them, like the scent will.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
I
will
thought
go
it was
up.
to prevent splashing.
no, we
No.
use them all the time at work. It's to make it so it doesn't smell like pee.
Yeah, no,
Those are
because you don't pee
Yeah.
straight down.
No, they're these little pads,
Yeah.
and
Where
they're
do they go
and they're
in the
orange
urinal?
blue.
Down the
They just,
bottom.
Yeah,
just
down
sit
the
on,
bottom,
on
they cover the hole.
They just cover the drain.
But you're not peeing directly on.
yeah, I mean, or they
No.
could you
No.
hit the wall. I don't
It's
know
just
how
whatever-
men do it.
It's
They're,
whatever.
I assume they're hitting the urinal wall.
No, you're trying to aim off to the side or something. Because if you hit the wall, it splashes back at
Oh,
you.
okay. Well, I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But it's there. So when whatever the business goes
So
down,
whatever liquid hits it,
Yeah.
the scent comes off of it.
Yeah.
Right.
Now,
Yeah.
does the one that we got from Room 101 have a smell to it? Have you
No.
smelled it?
I think
Yeah.
it's just for fucking love.
Yeah, I think it's just
Yeah.
for looks.
It's one of those things where I told him,
It almost looks like
yeah.
I could open up a can, like it's those
Yeah.
old rubber
Yeah, oh,
things
yeah,
you
yeah.
have
That's what
to
that
open
looks
up the
like.
I was like,
Yeah,
there's
no.
no way
Yeah. And then the reason why I
anybody
know
could
anything
ever
about them is
replicate
because
this.
we have to
Yeah,
use them at
yeah.
work.
you'll be known
Yeah,
as if
throw
I
them
came
in.
up the
Urinal
Stogie
cakes
Road
were like-
freaking
Yeah.
cigar,
What
it
you put
would
in
be like,
toilets that
I
look
got it
like
because of
the
nap boots.
Yeah.
No.
Because it's
Yeah.
freaking
But
hilarious.
we buy them by the huge box. Like we get so many of them. If the bathroom smells, I just take one of them and put it on top of the paper
Can you
towel
just, like-
dispenser because it smells like an
Can
air
they just stick to the
freshener.
wall? You just
No,
kinda throw
but it
them and
smells
they
like an
stick.
air freshener. So I just take it out of the plastic and stick it on top of the
And
paper
some of them are like
towel
some of them are
dispenser.
really thick in the middle.
Ours are thick.
Those are
because
urinal
because they have a
cakes.
urinal
That's
cake
what I
inside.
thought
Yeah,
it
ours are
was
really
until I
thick.
saw what was sent to you, and that's what it made me think
Urinal
of with
pad.
opening.
Yeah. Some
It's a sanitary pad
because usually
for
when
the
you
urinals.
usually when you go into a place and they have like the pads which are like scented, like your like we have a uniform delivery service where we work, and like they'll replace those.
Is it Centos?
Yeah.
Yep.
So they'll replace like the pad every week.
Okay.
You know, so like the urinal cakes would last a month or
Why
more.
do they replace it?
Well, it's just a service that they offer.
They do. That's how they make their money.
Yeah.
They do
Interesting.
uniforms and urinal pads.
Well, they also do.
Carpets.
Yeah, they also.
yeah, they do cleaning.
Oh, do
as
they?
well.
They also.
I didn't know that.
They also restock our.
Our hospital used to have them.
Oh,
the
interesting.
first aid kit
No good deed.
and no good deeds. And then they also do. They've expanded into our fire extinguishers. Like they recertify them.
Wow, we have our
Does it
company
say
has
something different on each
all
one?
the companies
don't
that
know.
do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
We don't have one person that comes in and does it. We have
Yeah.
like 1,000 people come in and do all of that.
Yeah, in which the fire extinguisher recertify. That's a fucking joke.
Oh,
So
it
twice
is.
a year they come in. You take the fire extinguisher, you turn it upside down, you hit it 5 times with the rubber mallet, and that gets all the caked stuff on the
they
bottom.
only come what?
like twice a year.
They come every 2 months.
Yeah, we're supposed to.
I'm like every 2 months we have to have them sign off and certify.
Yeah,
on
we're
the
supposed to do
fire
that
extinguisher.
ourselves.
Yeah,
you
but-
know,
yeah,
like the
We
the
do it.
key is still in there.
yeah.
That and like we don't do that. So we just ignore it.
Oh,
So,
okay.
it's not my responsibility. I'm not going to be the guy when the
Yeah,
place
why is
burns
Luke
down.
not doing
It'll
it?
be
They've been
like-
certified.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kevin certified it, so
Yeah.
I don't touch
Well, I
that.
don't.
Fire
I don't.
safety,
cer-
Kevin.
we don't certify it.
Yeah,
we
it's
check,
been that.
Yeah,
and if we feel like anything's wrong with the fire extinguisher, we contact the company. But
yeah,
they come every
Thank you.
2 months and check everything.
yeah.
Every 2 months.
Yeah, I think like twice a year it
Oh my
has to
God,
be
that's
like
so messed
by like
up.
law has to be like
Yeah, you
someone
guys-
with a certification.
Why would they want to make sure you guys are safe?
Well, who cares? We work in a garage with 8 giant
I was
doors.
gonna say if they can't
Yeah.
get out, there's a
I
fucking
know.
problem.
Yeah,
That is true.
if we can't get out, yeah,
That's true.
yeah, you probably deserve to perish in the
Oh my God, it's so messed up.
ensuing
What the fire? Couldn't
inferno.
find a door. What are you,
Yeah.
stupid?
Yeah,
I couldn't get over the chain.
yeah, yeah, yeah. The chain was blocking me.
Kevin goes to jump over the chain trips.
That is true.
Yeah, I don't jump. Yeah, the young kids they jump over the chain without.
How high is it off the ground?
It's only
It
like
comes to
2
what, your
2 feet.
waist?
No, like the knee
To
height,
your knee.
maybe
Okay.
2 or 3 feet off the ground.
So you
but,
could literally,
race
you
with
just
your
kind of
limbo
step
under
over.
yeah,
I don't know.
I
It's
just
been a
step
while
over
since
it.
I've seen them.
Well, like especially on my bay, the chain hangs a little lower because I control the length of the chain. So I'm like, let's make it a little lower to the ground so I
So
don't
you can
step.
feel cool. So
I don't
it feels
step
cool.
step quite as high.
So he feels like
Yeah.
he's like,
Stinking
yeah.
drunk with power.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I like
lower
to
this.
lollygag over the chain. You know,
Oh my God.
like if I'm walking, I don't have to adjust my gait. You know, I can
You
just
just-
kind of just keep walking.
Keep walking.
Yeah,
Don't
and then
let
most
it
of the day, my chain's on the ground anyways. I don't put it up after
Oh,
every
geez.
car. Yeah,
Safety first.
yeah.
Yeah.
That just keeps customers from wandering in. That's all that.
Whatever.
that is.
I don't understand why a customer would. I would
Oh,
never want to go through
To walk
and
into
walk
a
through
bed.
where
It-
you guys are working.
It's because you're not a 70-year-old guy that has nothing better to do. But in order to go, like, I used to do this for a living too.
geez.
Yeah, I understand, sir. Back in 1943, things are different on your car now. Like they want to see something. I go, see what? See what? What on this car are you going to recognize from your 71 Cadillac? There's nothing on this car you recognize.
I'm gonna show you a computer readout.
Yeah, yeah. They'd be
What?
like,
So messed
yeah,
up.
be like, oh, I want to take a look at my brake pads. Well, which one? You have 8 on each wheel, 8 pads. It's
Oh my God.
yeah, they don't understand.
Well, it's like the.
I try not to be rude, but some of those guys
Kevin.
Yeah.
some of
does
those
that
guys, yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sure you do your best.
Well, it's like
I do.
it's like when people donate too. They want to tell you everything that's
Yeah.
in their box, and all I want to say to them is, I don't give a fuck. Just hand me the box and
Yeah.
move along.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. Nobody has time to stand here and talk. But
That's
I
what
get,
do when I donate.
I
go
get-
dump it.
Yeah.
yeah, but I get this is part of their like they want to talk to
Earthquake.
people. They want to have some engagement. I'm not the right person. It is hot out here, ma'am. It is
Yeah.
hot. I am sweating. I have no shade, and you want to tell me every little item in your box. And then she's like, oh, "Be careful. There's glass in there." I want to be like, "It made it in your car to here, and it will make it through on this hopper going up this ramp with rough guys into the store. Trust me. If it hasn't
Donating
broken,
no more
right.
worries.
If it hasn't broken by now, it's not.
we
gonna
get
break.
that all the
Calm
time
down.
too. So some of these old, just and not even the old guys. It's everybody. Like you come up to kind of, well, what can we do for you today? Well, woke up this morning, went to get the newspaper right before I have my breakfast.
Yeah.
I normally like to have a poached egg and
Yeah.
whatever, and then I noticed my tire was a little bit low, and then go and look at it. I'm like, oh, so you got a nail in your tire? That what you've been trying to tell me for 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Thank you. I could have had the tire patched already,
Yeah.
but no, you chose to
Tell you about
tell
your
me a
breakfast.
15-minute story about your breakfast instead of just saying,
I have a nail in my
I have a
tire.
nail in my tire. And then 50% of all tires can't be fixed. And then they don't ever want to hear that.
Yeah.
Or just put
Patch
a
it.
put a plug in it. Well, we don't do plugs because plugs don't work. So it's not 1971. Plugs don't work, and then by law we can't plug them. And it's like
Really?
yeah. Well, DOT doesn't like plugs, so like any type of 'cause plugs always leak.
We got plugs in Florida.
Yeah. You're not supposed to plug
It
the
was
tire.
a Nicaraguan
Yeah.
gas station.
Yeah.
Plugs.
Plugs are a really temporary fix to get you to the service station to have the tire repaired properly or replaced.
Yeah.
Or it'll be like too close to the sidewall. I'm like, and they'll start arguing, that's not too close. Based on what? Based on your expertise
Yeah.
of all years of you patching tires?
Yeah.
It's like, yes, it's too close. I can't patch it, too close to the sidewall. It's gonna be like in the middle of the tire. Then they get all mad. You're just trying to sell me a tire.
Yeah.
And the
Because
time I
you need
go,
it.
I go, no. I said, I don't make any money on tires. I'll at least make $2 patching your tire. I would rather patch your tire, than plug it, than sell you a new one.
Yeah.
You know,
It was
so,
too close to
yeah.
the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Because I remember we were in Florida and we ran over like an antenna or an aerial. It was like one of those oddest fucking things that could ever
It
happen.
was hollow tube.
Hollow tube. When we pulled up and I stopped, all I heard was. I'm like, what the hell? And I looked, and it was this perfect tube antenna in the freaking tire, just creating a perfect airway for the air just to leave.
Yeah.
Wow.
Took it through. They freaking patched it up.
Yeah.
And they did it so quick. I was like, "What did you use? Freaking
Chewing gum.
I said, what did you use? A chiclet, a freaking stick? God Almighty!" But worked fine.
Yeah. Yeah, patches are good, but then us being a giant corporation, everything we do is about covering our ass to not get sued.
Yeah.
Because something happens, and the lawyer's like, "Oh, where'd you get your car fixed? Oh, Bridgestone. Oh, bring the $1 billion company. Yeah, we're gonna go after them.
Yeah, they just put a patch in it.
Yeah, but Bridgestone will be the first, and they've already said that to where they're going to discontinue patches, no more. It's just it's too hit and miss because you're actually damaging the tire by patching it. I'm grinding the tire down.
It's a Band-Aid, right? And then if somebody decides not to then go and fix it when they maybe are more financially stable within so they can maybe gear up to like, okay, this is what it's going to cost me. I have a patch. I know I need to get a tire. But they're not. They're going to keep driving it until it blows up, and then everything ruined. I'm like, I've done it too. Don't get me wrong, I've done it too. Like especially as a single mom. Like I remember right before Christmas, I needed my back brakes fixed because they went. I was like, well, it's either Christmas or the back brakes.
Yeah.
Fucking Christmas. Because I had 3 kids.
Yeah. You gotta make your decision.
So, and then, luckily I ended up getting like another part-time job during that time to, make extra money. And I got a pretty good, amount of money. So I was able to still do it. But, I had to choose. And sometimes as a parent, yes, it's fucked up of me. And I know it. And I know Kevin's like so disappointed. But, when you're in that position and you have 3 kids, and you don't want to, it's not about the gifts, but it was like, I didn't want them to be like feeling like they didn't have Santa come for them.
Right. I've been there. I mean,
it sucks.
Even recently we had the white car. It was like a couple of years ago. It was rarely used. And I noticed that the back tire would go well. And the front tire would go well. So I was like,
just put air in it.
Put air in it. Days. I'll take kids to school back and forth, not a big deal. Weekend it was like, we went from once a week to a couple days a week to every day to going in and checking the tire. It was like 19 is the air pressure. So I took it to the guys down the road here, and he's from New York, the guy from NTB.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey man, I guess I said probably gonna need some patches or something. He called me. He's like, listen, can't do patches. I'm like, why? And he pulls up the tire, and there's like 8 white circles.
Yeah.
He's like, this is why. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. He's like, yeah. He goes, if it was this one and this one, he goes, but look at this. He like showing me all these different areas. He's like, how the hell were you driving on this? So I was like, I just fill air with it every day.
Yeah,
every day.
Made it work.
Yeah, and whenever we got a new kid starting, he'll probably start when I get back. And we don't let them patch tires for at least a month. They got to get into the job unless they come from another place. But when we're teaching them to patch tires, one thing that I always see, I'm like, first thing I tell them the story.
I thought you just said you guys don't patch tires.
No, we do patch. No, Bridgestone, I said, we'll be the first. That's one thing we're going to phase out is getting rid of patching tires, eventually over the next few years. But so I always tell the same story. And husband and wife, actually the wife went in California, went into a dealership, had the tire repaired. The person repairing it wasn't trained properly in repairing the tire. So they fixed it. Family goes on a road trip. The patch fails, catastrophic failure. Husband, wife, 3 kids. The only survivor of the accident was the husband. Rolled the vehicle on a catastrophic failure. And I tell the kids, like, every time. I mean, this is 10 years, 15 years. This has happened. So every new kid, I tell them the same story. I go, you got to pay attention to what you're doing. I go, I mean, you want to kill an entire family because you're in a hurry. Right. For a tire patch.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons why Bridgestone wants to be one of the first to just stop repairing tires. It's just because they said we have to grind the inside of the tire down. We have to destroy the tire a little bit to fix the hole. So it's just.
So you're really you're messing with the integrity of the tire.
We are compromising the integrity of the tire by repairing the tire. So yeah.
Yeah, well, when you're poor, you're about getting some fix a flat, and it's
yeah.
Go to the used tire place.
Yeah, the used tire
place.
Yeah,
all the time.
Yeah,
enough tread to get you through the next month.
Yeah. You know, it happens. We understand that, and tires are just getting more expensive.
Yes,
you know,
they
it's just
are.
every year that goes by,
And especially when you have like weird sized
Yeah.
rims.
Whoa.
That's
Yeah.
us.
The white car out there, freaking tires are probably worth more than the car itself.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
strange.
It's like the
ridiculous.
only year that Dodge decided to make, I think, like a 14 or 15-inch rim.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Hey, Kerry, yeah, we got tires. Yeah, no problem. Listen, they're like $200 a piece." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
And then the guy at Firestone, I got to know over the years, and they really kind of get us support.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
I mean, it's
That's why like it's
if I look at
important.
that tire, that car,
Yeah.
the year, if I look at that vehicle, any other year, make and model, like the year before, year after, it's like $80, $90.
Yeah.
Mounted, filled, all it.
Not yours.
And then this model, I'm like,
Yeah.
why? Like, I don't know. It's the only
Yeah,
year that they decided.
whose car
to do
has
that.
the
I just put you
Yeah,
have
mine.
you have
but
19s
you
on
wait-
yours.
But then
you know-
waited
you know-
to when there was
Yeah,
a
so
sale.
hers are like $350
Yeah,
a tire.
yeah.
You know, my son, I just put tires on his car. They're like
Again?
this is like last year.
Okay, I
like
thought
the end of
I thought
last
you
year.
said that was the last time you were doing that.
Yeah. No, it's the only set I put on his.
Oh no, I thought because you did Brianna's too, and then you did all that work on her car, and
Yeah.
you were like, "That's it, I'm
Yeah.
done, no
yeah, this
more."
was Kevin's last year, but his
Yeah.
are like $400 a piece, you know, for his tires, you know. I mean, luckily I got 20s on mine, you know, so 20s are cheap now.
Yeah.
20s used to be expensive. But my boss Luke, you know, he has a Nissan Frontier. He can't get tires on it. They don't make them anymore, the size. And it's only like a 15-year-old Frontier.
So what does he do?
He's going to buy new rims.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
he's got to buy different rims just so he can put tires on his truck.
That was the Kerry. His name
Yeah.
is Kerry, the guy at Firestone. He's like, "This is the only other solution you have.
Yeah.
Buy other rims." He's like, "This is I can't." He goes, "I'm sorry, but this is just fucking idiots."
Yeah, there's a Toyota Sienna minivan. They have what's called PAX tires, and you have to look it up. But the tires are like $800 a piece,
What?
and they only put this type of rim and tire on the car for 1 or 2 years. So people will come in with a used vehicle, and these vehicles are 10 years old, and like buy new rims. You're gonna have to buy new rims.
Yeah.
You know, like $800
Yeah,
a
they don't
tire.
They don't make
you
it
know,
anymore.
and you need a special machine.
Oh, geez.
Like we don't have a machine. Like our local Toyota dealership doesn't have the machine to put a tire on that rim.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Wow.
it was a
Wow.
dumb design. So,
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
but yeah, it's nuts.
Mhm. No.
All right.
All right. Well, on that note, I'm Kevin.
I'm Jessie.
I'm Jen.
I'm Kerr. Yeah. And
And
we are.
No, and
Oh,
bullies.
Oh shit! Hold on. It's the sun. I'm fucking getting hot. I'm getting heat stroke over here.
It's your
I
job,
am.
yeah.
All you guys are enjoying the shade, and I'm like freaking.
No, my shoulder and arms.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
burn.
Jen-
My leg down here is getting a little warm.
Yeah.
All right.
My half of the body.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll have to do
Freaking-
this again.
Okay.
Eyes on fire.
All right. Ready?
All right, I'm sorry.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Jess.
I'm Jen.
I'm Kerr, and remember,
Bullies
Bullies
make
make
good
good
friends.
From Kev, Jess, Kerr, and Jen, we are the Broadleaf Bullies. Thank you for joining us, and remember, bullies make good friends.